Yeah.
What it is, ho? Oh, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Too Late We Said It podcast. Can a nigga get in them good? Hey, that was a banger. Hey, that was
I thought
nice.
you were gonna say, can I get a what?
Okay, Ed, what's up
Yes,
with you,
sir.
Johnny?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Hey, guys, welcome back to another episode of Too Late We Said It podcast. This is season 3, episode 16 of Too Late We Said It podcast. I am Sean Levitt. This is Edwin Debater. Welcome back. How you speaking fast as a motherfucking commercial that tell you you're going to get STDs from fucking beaches raw.
Oh, shit. You definitely need to be doing auctions with that
Give
shit.
me some out. I hit the Busta Rhymes on you.
You know what to get yourself.
Give me some
You
out.
niggas have enough? Give me some more.
You niggas have enough? Give me some out. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the show. I am Sean Leverett. This is Edwin Debater. We are overly joyed to have you back with us for another week, episode 16 on Treyway, season 3, man. We hope you have been well. We hope you've been healthy. We hope you've been thriving, man. It's been great. It's been a great week for me, Ed. You know, we got to check in with my nigga Ed because he's usually in the house looking at the ceiling and shit, facing the wall like the niggas on the Blair Witch Project at the end. What's up with you, Ed?
Hey, man, chilling, man. It's chilling. Hey, not a lot going on. As you know, I've been, like, from that last episode, I was talking about the music I'm working on. So I just keep working on that, you know. Got another song in the cut. So, you know, I got another beat that I just got. So I got 5 songs on deck, and the next song should be coming within the next couple of weeks. So you already know about the Sueños joint. So a few weeks from now we should get another joint. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always hold on to me, Sueños.
Hey, exactly. You already know what it was, baby girl. Yeah, man. It's been a chill week for me, man. Thank God it's Friday. I'm sure. Well, it's Friday now, guys. If you're saying this is Saturday, so I'm sure y'all had a great week. You're in the throes of the weekend, but don't get too happy, nigga. You got to go back to work Monday. Some of y'all got to work on Saturday, so it is what it is. Should have did better in school. Ed, what's popping with you, man? I know we usually.
I too do not work on Saturdays.
Yeah, yo, congratulations, nigga. We made it. Now look, you know it's
the weekend really is the weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, yo. My sister work on. She works 6 days a week. She work at a place that's only closed Sunday. It's not Chick-fil-A though, but she work at the only place that's only closed Sunday. And I'll be like, hey, what's up, baby girl? How your weekend going? She be like, fuck you, nigga. You know, she a lesbian, so she tough. You know what I mean? She tough. She built her pussy built for tough. You know, that's my baby girl. I love her. You understand? It is what it is. But
that shit.
Ed, I know you. You said what?
It's built with a snorkel.
A dorsal fin. Is that what they put on the trucks that breathe?
Yeah, so you can go when you go deeper in the water and the truck don't stall out. Yeah.
Bermuda cat. When every week, you know, as the last couple of weeks, man, it's been accustomed to have a friend with us, man. When we can't have a human being be our guest speaker, we didn't have Wendy's. We didn't have Burger King. I think last week we had Slim Chickens, a little thugged out Godfather chicken.
Little chicken noir, freaking detective chicken and shit.
What was that movie with Frank Miller presents? Damn, what was the movies he was making? Sin City and all that.
Yeah, Sin City
chicken. But who we got this week, Ed? Who our little co-host this week, Brody?
The co-host this week is Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage.
From the
movie. That's nice. Cage the Vengeance. He cooling though. He looked very domineering in the cup, but then whoa, not a sip from the bike. Next time you gotta take the lid off and drink, nigga, like a man.
Oh shit, bro! I just fucking broke the glasses, bro. Look.
Test your might. You strong as shit.
Yo,
he beat his kids.
They fell somewhere. I gotta find where they went.
Oh, he in a little movie chair.
Yeah. I didn't know the glasses could come off.
Nigga, it's like a little hole. You ain't get that from Nordstrom's. That's movie theater quality products.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to just deal with it because right now I ain't gonna spend the whole episode looking for these glasses.
Little Quay made that in Vietnam.
Speaking of which, I got my glasses right here. I'ma hold on to me, Sueños.
Johnny Cage lost his dreams.
The Cage Vengeance. It's like, yeah.
Yo, so speaking of the MK movie, how was Mortal Kombat, yo?
Man, I gotta say it was a lot better than I expected it to be, because people had the doubts and stuff saying, "Oh yeah, this and that." The first trailer came out, people were having doubts
Yeah,
about some of the
we
costumes
watched
and
the
stuff.
trailer here
So,
on the show.
so it was like it was just the movie itself. It just felt like they definitely took the time to really think about their next step and what the fans complained about with the first iteration of the 2021 version. So this one was very game oriented. It really followed the storyline of a video game, was more so like the tournaments happening. And what's cool is like when they go to it, when they're ready to be in a fight, automatically, like you'll see the person just go and they'll teleport to an actual fight stage, And some of these fight places
Oh,
are actually fight stages from the game that they brought back to life, yo.
did they fight
Like,
in hell? Remember that one stage they fight in
yes,
hell?
they fight in the nether realm. There's a fight in the nether realm. I'm not gonna tell you who's fighting in the nether realm, but there's another realm fight. The portals,
Don't
the
do
portals
spoilers.
fight, the Sega Genesis version where the portal's blue, and then you got those little like
Oh,
guys in the
behind you.
background floating behind you. They
Yeah.
recreated that stage. The Deadpool, the acid pit Deadpool.
Yes, the green joint.
Yeah, they got that joint in there too, yo. So
Hey, I'm
hell
finna
yeah.
go see
So
that shit tonight. Hold up,
oh,
yeah.
but the fight scenes, they have real fatalities. It's definitely if you like action, if you like most of the action in it is practical. So the two actors in there, there's two actors in particular that were ex stunt guys that became actors, of course, and it's Kung Lao and Liu Kang, Ludi Lin, and I can't remember the other's name, but they choreographed, they performed so well. The Kung Lao versus Liu Kang
Pause.
fight was so freaking good, yo. It was just crazy. It was insane, yo. The last fight with the battle, the end was crazy.
Who fought
It
at the
just
end?
Shao Kahn,
Versus who?
3 other people.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, he's
Nigga brought the
gangster.
hood with him to fight Shao Kahn. Okay, go ahead. That's
They
what's up.
needed 3 people to fight Shao Kahn.
Okay. That's the
But
nigga with the
yeah,
butt naked chest out with the skull mask on.
the movie was dope, yo. I definitely would experience it in IMAX if possible, but even watching it on regular, because I was told that you watch it in IMAX, it actually shows the life
Colors and
bars.
everything.
There's the life bars at the top that's
Oh,
cut off
for
from
real?
the original, and you can see the life bars at the top.
Ah.
And there's a few times where the shot before it pans into the actual fight in movie format, it actually pans out and it shows them standing like the 2D version, like they're like round 1. Yeah. Hell yeah. And it just pans in and then the fight happens, and then it's like, oh shit. They definitely gave you a lot of Easter eggs to like the nod to the video game. And that was really dope. And just the
We're not
fight
gonna be
choreography
we're not
they
gonna be
should
out
win
of
an
here until
award for
I
fight
go see it
choreography.
tonight.
It was good as shit. So
Okay, I'm gonna
I
go see
definitely
it.
would watch it again. That's how good it was.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I remember we watched the trailer and it was the colors was popping. And wasn't
Yeah.
50 Cent Barack? Or was that
Oh,
somebody
that
else?
was the Street Fighter trailer.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm
That
tripping.
comes out in October.
Okay, that's what I was thinking about. 50 Cent was one of them, though, right?
Yeah, he's ball rug.
Okay. That's what I was thinking about. All right, I'm tripping, yo. I gotta see. Yeah, I gotta stay off that stuff, yo. I'm tripping. Uh, that's what's up,
You
man.
gonna
So
make
yeah,
Street Fighter fans mad for comparing Mortal Kombat.
we're not even Japanese. Yes, you are.
There's an ongoing like rivalry between them because the movies are coming out in the same year. So
Comic-Con
everyone's
beef.
watching closely how these movies perform and see who outperforms who.
I'm
But
interested to go see. Yo, you
yeah,
never let
Mortal
me.
Kombat made its budget back in the first weekend, so it's like at this point they're in profit right now. So we'll see how it goes and how it holds. I think it might actually go up because a lot of people been talking about going to see it after it came out when people started like giving the fan reviews and shit. So it's a possibility it might have another spike.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go see it this weekend. It's not no showtimes gonna let me in pause late enough pause for after the show. So I'm gonna have to go see it tomorrow. It should be fire. And speaking of fire, you know how we get down. Oh, I'm about to choke. Ed, let's hop right. The Lord, like, stop choking. Pause. Holy guacamole. Nah, okay, you turned them around from the front now. Okay, I told you to take the lid off. Yo. Yikes.
Hey, yo, that looks kind of crazy though.
Yikes.
I'm a hold.
It's almost Pride Month. Hold your horses. You can shine next month. You can shine next month. All right. Speaking of fire, let's hop right into it, Ed. So this is a story out of New Orleans, Louisiana. We've titled this segment Fire Cake. I wish I could put like Fire Cake. And this is how the story goes. The young lady on the left is a cake baker. Was that the word? Bakeress? What's the word?
She's a baker?
She's the baker. There you go. She's the baker. Okay. And if you look at the cake on the right, I think you can see a little bit of it on the left-hand picture too. A female customer had ordered a cake for her boyfriend, not her husband, not her baby daddy, just her boyfriend for his birthday. It's a $600 plus cake, right? But hours before she sent him to go pick it up. Like, baby, I got you a cake, bring it back home. We're going to have a party. Hours before the party, she found out he was hunching with somebody else. At this point, if you're watching the show, you know what hunching means. He was cheating on her with somebody else. And so she called the baker like, hey, when this motherfucker pull up, wait till you get out the car, have him walk up, have it right outside. As you can see, it's like a fence back there. Put it on the table. He gonna come pick up the cake and set that bitch on fire. And as soon as you set it on fire, call me. And so she did it. I was reading the article. She was like, hey, yeah, I took so much joy in setting the cake on fire and watching his face. And so as soon as she set the cake on fire, she called the girlfriend, or the girlfriend called him like, yeah, I know you cheated on me. We're done. I hope you burn just like that fucking cake is burning. She crashed out on him. You feel me? So that's not really the point of the discussion point here. That's just a means to an end for us to segue into this conversation. So, Ed, what do you think? That's one way to release your anger if you found out you get cheated on. And I don't know the schematics behind their relationship, how long they've been together, if they got kids. I don't know anything like
cheating
that.
on is, I think it stings regardless. Is that feeling like, oh yeah, you wanted somebody else instead of me? It's just,
damn, you all right, Joe?
It's a self-esteem thing. I think. I don't know. I mean, in someone just being unfaithful, it's just. I mean, you're committed relationship.
Are you committed though if you're not married?
Of course, you don't have to be married to be committed, because that's what leads to marriage, is a committed relationship.
So what happens?
You're displaying that by going in a committed relationship.
So what happened to if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it, because that's what people be saying.
That's when you get to the. I mean, people want to try to use excuses to dance around the fact that they lack integrity. Then they could go ahead and do that. But
hold on to me, sueños.
In reality, that's how do you even get to the stage of proposal, is by that you're with that. Like, how do you get a promotion in your job? You just sit there and say, hey man, if you want me to be your employee, you got to promote me. And like, what do you mean, yo? You got to show that you
put in a little work.
You got to put in the work to show that you're ready for the next stage. How do you put it? By showing your faithfulness, your loyalty, being there for them, being supportive, all those good things that you do in a marriage, but you're doing it as an audition to be married for each other. So if you like it, if you love it, then you should have put a ring on it. That it basically is saying that if the person you should be proposing to, if you haven't proposed and you've gotten to that stage, there's a time frame where it's like we've gotten to that point where are we at? This relationship has gotten to a point where we either going to move to the next level or go our separate ways. That's the point where, some guys, they drop the ball and don't realize, like, hey, we're at that stage now where it's time.
That's a whole different topic, Ed. I don't want to get into that. Because that ain't shit.
We talk about cheating right here.
That's a government binding contract.
So
that's all it is.
So we just talk about this. Yeah. How much? Who paid for that cake, first of all? And then
she did. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, so she paid for that cake, and she basically, what I don't understand is, I get it. You look on his face, but in the end, I'm probably gonna be, if I'm him, I'm gonna be laughing like, you probably $600 for that cake, and then you burned it to see my face. I probably would start laughing like, you dumb, yo. You just burnt $600, yo.
I'm gonna go see the chick that you burned it up for. I'm gonna be like, yo, can you believe this bitch? I'm gonna go kick it with the side chick.
And you already know that the baker was happy to burn it because she already got paid.
She already got paid. That deposit cleared if she set that check on fire. But what I'm asking you
is, had she not paid for that cake, she would have been burning shit. I'll tell you that.
could wipe his name off the front.
She was like, I resell this motherfucker. And how can a cake be $600? Like, what kind of fucking icing did they use?
These bakers, they charge a lot for these custom cakes, yo. They charge a lot for the, and that ain't no baby cake. That ain't no baby cakes either.
Yeah,
Here's how big that
cake.
joint is. It got
It looks like a train. Is that a train or is it a castle? Like some kind of castle. Like that's.
It looked like it's a number 35 on it. Somebody 30. I can't make out the name, but I can
There
see
definitely was custom to something. So I think that the fact of that cake burning and it also symbolizes something that's important to that dude. That's what you can tell. Like she made that cake specifically that he would enjoy because of whatever that was, because it's on fire. We can't tell what it really is, but I bet you that that's really the satisfaction that they got, because it was like a symbolism thing and then burning it.
He probably ain't give a fuck.
But that's a $600 like a $600 tick for tack type shit.
Yeah. Now, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, so the question here, Ed, is what's going too far? Like, now this didn't hurt nobody here in this situation. Nobody got hurt, but we hear it all the time. You know, people, when they find out their spouse or their partner's cheating, they throw their clothes out the house, out the window. They bust the windows out their car, scratch, key the car up.
Yeah.
Tires. Slash tires. And in some situations, people just walk away and they give them the solid treatment. You never hear from them again. So it's a spectrum of responses to infidelity. But what do you feel is too far? What is a bridge too far? Give me something in your mind if you could think of anything right now.
I think that any type of reaction that's of that nature where you're destroying stuff, it's already too far, regardless, in my opinion, because I think the greatest way to get back is by showing them that you're not bothered and bounce on some regular shit. Like, that's what's up. You cheated, and then you just dip. No reaction. The reaction lets them know the reaction lets them know that they wounded you. So in some aspect, they get a level of satisfaction of feeling like, hey, I was that meaningful to them that it caused them to do this. So you're not doing nothing but hurting yourself by showing them how much you were affected by it. But when you really want to affect somebody, the other way is by showing them how easily you just dismissed them. And then they'll feel some kind of way. And then they're going to be like, wait a minute. You could just leave that easily. It's not. Yeah. And most of the time, think about it. When somebody's like yelling at you, and if you just smile like you're unbothered, it usually makes them more angry. Because they're seeing that whatever they're doing, no matter what they do, you're just completely unbothered by the whole situation. And it flares their emotions more. So I think having self-control, like I said, it's easier said than done. I mean, even myself, it'd be really hard for me to do that. But if you have the self-discipline to be able to be like, and just,
that's very easier said than done, bro.
It's very easier said than done. But I mean, in most cases, there's satisfaction to keying a car and doing all that. Great. And I think it each
great.
Let the punishment fit the crime is what I say. So I mean, if you're doing something like, I'm gonna destroy something that you care about, or the most popular thing is cutting up pictures of you guys. And cutting it or burning the pictures.
That's an individual thing now. That's something you do in your house. You listening to Usher and shit. You in there drinking like Bombay Sapphire and shit. Listening,
or just have a bottle of wine and don't even use a glass. Just drink from the bottle. Yeah. Just
with a wife beater on, crying and shit. I done seen some niggas down bad. You don't have to call.
But from that aspect, let's say what's going too far. Okay, I think that burning of the cake is not going too far because one, it didn't affect nobody in the physical. It didn't physical harm nobody. She paid for the cake, so she could do that cake as she fucking sees fit. She wants to set it on fire. She wants to fart on it, spit on it, pee on it, kick it. Yikes. Do whatever with that cake. She could do it because it's her cake.
Is somebody gonna match my freak?
But like she does some things like vandalize his property. Yeah, there's satisfaction. You can say it's not really taken too far, but in the end, he can get legal action against you for that shit. So I'd say that is taking it too far because now you're putting yourself in legalities, or is it? What is it? What's the word? What? I'm just making up words. You're just getting
it's at Legoland.
Litigation.
You get caught up in Legoland.
Yeah, you're getting yourself caught up in litigation.
There you go.
And I was talking about legalities. Legolas from Lord of the Rings. I've already hit 3. I'm at 20. Fuck you, elf.
Gimli. I love the little troll. Gimli, yeah. Shout out to Lord of the Rings.
And you're going to have to toss me. Don't tell the elf.
He threw him straight into the orcs too. He got
Yeah.
busy.
He got busy.
Threw him in a sea of orcs. He was about it.
He was about
We gotta get
He's
a
like,
master
nah. We gotta get one of those joints on there. But anyways, so it's like back to what we was talking about. So I mean, if you're getting caught up in like legal issues because of the things that you did for satisfaction, then that's just taking it too far. Another thing that's taking it too far is injuring somebody or doing stuff. It's like, because what are we doing here? The relationship don't work out. Move on.
All right, Ed, peep game. You got this girl. You done flew her to Madrid, spent $8,600 in Madrid, hotel, flight, fine restaurants. You had a little nigga that looked like Pee Wee Herman played a violin at dinner for y'all. Shit. You come back home, you find a picture with her with 3 dudes at once. Dated 3 weeks before y'all went to Madrid. How you handling that?
I mean, you're already in Madrid.
No, you just got back.
Oh, you just got back. So the trip's over and you guys had a great time.
Your credit card's smoking.
How would I handle that? In my opinion, I'm kind of fucked up. So we got to see what version of Edwin where I was when this happened. If it was the younger version of myself,
08,
if I found out and she has no idea that I found out, I would actually pretend like I didn't know, so I could do something that is not appropriate. And then in the
say no more. We're gonna hit the brakes right there. We're gonna hit the brakes right there, yo. We're gonna hit the brakes.
That would be the stupid shit. That was giving me this shit that probably would have happened if I was younger.
All right, we gonna hit the brakes right there. I'm coming in hot. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Ain't no secrets. She gonna turn into Buster Rhymes. Whoa, nigga, now give me some up. I ain't had to put them niggas in there on the floor. She gonna be mad. I'm be like, no, what is this on your throat? Look at your throat. I'm going hard. I'm showing pictures, and I want you to feel embarrassed. I want you to know that I know I caught you. Now you can't do nothing about it. I might hit it with the Diamond Dollars page. I might hit it with the Diamond Cutter.
That's not me.
That's the only thing.
That's the only thing you say. It wasn't me.
Don't hit me with the Shaggy bitch.
It wasn't me.
This is a Polaroid. This you, bitch.
So I caught you in the shower. It wasn't me.
Shook this picture out, and it came out with you being a hussy.
Yo, if it's a Polaroid, they can't even say it's Photoshop.
Yeah, nah, bitch. We got this from CBS. Bitch.
I would never even do that, even if I was single.
The fuck out.
And then she coughs up a freaking a pubic hairball right after.
Cat dog.
What's that? Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe that just happened. Oh my god!
That was planted on me. That's wild. That's crazy, yo. So
like, why is there different color hairs in that ball? That's crazy.
This is Sam Smith pubic hair. This is an Irish man's pubic hair.
Different gauge hairs in there.
Gauges. Turkish, black, European, Moroccan. It's crazy,
like,
yo.
Baby, I would never cheat on you.
Yeah, right. Again.
And an Armenian dude just falls out on the ground.
He fell out the coochie.
And then just runs away.
Sorry to hear about your situation. Fucking Borat fall off.
As he's blinking, the stickiness is in the eyes like this.
That's so disparaging. That's so that's demoralizing. Hey man, shit. There's some fellas going through that, man. There's some ladies going through it too. Obviously, that's why Shorty burnt.
It's rough though, man. There's nothing worse. Is like, you know, to find out somebody was dishonest, disloyal, broke your trust, and was unfaithful, because it's especially when you're going out of your way to be that. Yeah. And then you actually like dismiss opportunities to be unfaithful because you're faithful, only to find out that they did. Then you start thinking like, damn, I knew I should have hit that shit.
Now you're in the house listening to Carl Thomas with your legs crossed.
Yeah,
it's a dirty game.
What about when you get accused of doing it and you never did anything? Do you think that forces the person to actually do the deed that they're getting accused of?
I'ma hold on to me sueños.
Nigga, you talking to the king of swing, boy. I done had more accusations than R. Kelly. Look, let me tell you something like that. No, it don't. Because speaking from experience, when you get accused so much, you start to see how that would impact the person. Now, like I said, this is a twofold situation. I think people who overly accuse you of something are living foul. And so in their sick, twisted way, try to justify what they're doing, you gotta be doing something. I know you're up to something. I know that's one side of the coin. But the other side of the coin for me is uh what I went through is I saw how tempered somebody could be with the thought of you stepping out on them. And so for me, that's like I couldn't do that. I couldn't put you through that because I really gave a fuck about people. That's what I'll say. I'm a comedian, and
Yeah.
to the show, it'd be it'd be nice looking chicks. It'd be chicks built like Jonathan Ogden, the gamut. And sometimes they want to, you know what I'm saying, get shot out. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Shot out.
It's like, let's go over to my place for a nightcap.
Yeah, nah. If I want nightcap, I'm watching Uncle Shay Shay and Ocho Cinco. Bitch. I'm not fucking with you. So I always made it a point to run home immediately after my comedy shows. But I missed opportunities, not sexual opportunities to hang out and kick it with comics and shit because I know I had to be
and
home.
network and all that.
Right. So to answer your question though, I don't think. I mean, for some guys, they do be like that. Oh, I might as well do what I'm getting
you
accused of it every night.
Yeah. In your mind, I'm already doing it, so I might as well enjoy some shit.
But in my mind, I couldn't.
Little did you know, your homegirl has been trying to give it to me for the longest. That's usually what they should be looking at as their little homies that they be bringing around the house.
Where the hood at?
Where the wood at? Pause.
Those are the people they should be getting mad at. Like, hey, stop checking out my shit. Because,
And with that, let's lie. And what?
Because that's where it's at. Oh, shit. It's
what
on
you know
now.
about that? What you know about that?
What you know about
that? Know about that? I don't know about that. Me and Edward do not buy no motherfucker OnlyFans. But peep game. No. Edwin, it's the People's Republic of China. 2 weeks ago, we had this slated for a couple weeks now, but the People's Republic of China, the dictatorship. It's not a dictatorship. What's China? Is it a dictatorship? Is it a authoritarian?
Yeah, they dictate shit. They dictate shit, so this is a dictatorship to a degree.
Okay, all right. It is what they thought. It is what they thought it was.
What people can consume. What can they do?
Okay, there we go. Right on. So, OnlyFans has been banned in China on both the production side, which means you can't bust down for money, and the consumption side, which means you can't see people bust down for money.
Nor can you support people
who bust down. There you go. Hit it on it. Hit it on it. Let them know.
Hey, they're helping their pockets, yo.
Give them the bust down facts.
It's like, they bust down. Hey, it's helping in multiple ways. Have trouble gambling? What if we stop? 100%. What if we just ban all casinos? If you ban all the casinos, ain't nobody gonna be gambling.
What you know about that? But so let me give you a little bit more of a scope of what's going on here in China. So China has banned OnlyFans, not because of money, not for financial circumstances, but they have banned it, citing it as the main accelerant for moral decline here in the Western world. Western could be here in the United States, Europe, the European Union, all of that over there. So anything west of China until you go far enough to come back around that motherfucker, I guess, is what they're saying is the reason that they've banned it in China. So, Ed, what do you think about that, man? Do you believe that OnlyFans and this pornography is a big
I honestly
societal decline?
Yeah, I'm probably going to give the unpopular opinion that because people and everyone believes, especially like in this country of America, is about freedom to do what you want to do, and like that. If you choose to do this, and people can choose to consume, people can choose to live, have the lifestyle that they want, and that's true to a degree. But checks and balances are in place for a reason, and I really believe wholeheartedly about keeping an honest person honest, like being like, hey, people not everybody's naturally just a thief, but if you keep waving like expensive things and then turning your back and then leaving it out in the open, you can't get mad if somebody eventually steals it, because you're putting it out there to be stolen because you're not securing it as showing
Right.
any kind of like discipline. It's the same thing when it comes for consumption. Everyone complains about women are getting over sexualized. Men are dating too many girls that's way past their age gaps. Whether or not it's minors or not, because they're looking at it more like, oh, there's a 20-year-old dating a 60-year-old. There's a 19-year-old dating a 35-year-old, and people are looking at in disgust because they're thinking about when he was 20, she was this age. But what happens is the OnlyFans, it allows, because it's 18. Once you turn 18, you can start doing what you want, right? So then now you got 40-year-olds on there, and they're actually being provided with things that people are pointing fingers and looking down upon. But then it's a easily consumable thing. So what China is doing, saying instead of allowing our society to fall into that hole, they're trying to keep their people honest by keeping that from them. And I can't sit there and blame China for doing that, because they're looking at us from afar and they're seeing, and I can't disagree. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But look at so there's literally people that go to college and pay lots of thousands are in college debt, and then they can barely get a job, but then somebody can go straight on there, and if they got the goods, the physical goods, they're making multi-million dollars shitting on people that put in work for years. Now, it's like, I could be a hater saying that, but what I'm saying is that's easy money, and why can't anybody do it? So then what are you willing to sacrifice to get that money? So it's like, is it demeaning, demoralizing, whatever the case may be, because it depends on how you feel about it, because you're doing it, then that's fine. But then you got to look at like what happens when somebody doesn't have the opportunity to look at it. Like if porn just didn't exist, would that not create a different type of vacuum of what kind of people we are, over sexualizing things? And like
be a completely different world.
That they have regular shows where everything's all sexual nudity, all this and that, and then now you're saying, oh, watch out, don't sexualize me,
Girls,
it's like all they've been seeing since they were little is like highly sexualized things, like music videos, YouTube videos, people like girls like posting like TikToks where they're just bouncing their shit going, hey, look at this book,
bro. I'll tell you this shit. Yeah,
doing
just
crazy
camera
shit.
cuts to wiggle. Yeah. Yo, check this out.
And I'm like, all of this stuff is things that gets attention, but you're looking at it like, at what cost?
I'm gonna tell you like this, Brody. I'm gonna give you it seemed like you 50-50 there. You're not really giving me an answer. But I'll tell you this, yo. I've been going to the gym, yo, and chicks in the gym, it's looking like OnlyFans in the gym, Brody. I'll be in the gym on my Stevie Wonder shit. Yeah, I'll be in the gym. That's why.
Like,
I'll be trying to
like this.
Nah, I don't be hawking, because I be seeing niggas be thirsty, and I don't want to be thirsty. I see what thirst look like.
You're not like people watching over there observing all of this shit's going on.
I see the thirst.
He's like,
I see the thirst. I see the old men thirsty. Oh my god, brother. I see the old men chesty. They be walking up to the young girls. Let me show you how to properly do a pull-up. I'm like, nigga, if you do a pull-up, the ambulance gonna have to pull up, nigga. You 79.
And then the girl's like, don't mansplain how to do a pull-up.
Maybe let them do it. That's what I'm thinking. It's been to go like to the OnlyFans. I can't give up too many descriptions just in case somebody from my gyms watch this video. But it's a couple gents in there, and they got the Saudi Arabia toe out. Do you know what that is?
What is that?
What type of animal be in the desert?
You got lizards, turtles.
It hold water in his back.
Oh, camels.
Yeah. Got the Samuel toe out. You feel me? Right there.
It's like, let me show you how to do that.
You can see it. It look like the fin of a street shark. Pussy just be standing up. It'd be hard. But anyway, let me not go down that street. I believe that in this situation of OnlyFans, people are gonna be, if and this for male and female. If you a hoe, you gonna be a hoe. Not saying that people on OnlyFans a hoe. Yeah, I am. If you on OnlyFans, you a hoe, yo. I hate to say it, yo. If you showing your
You strapped for cash and you need
you
the
showing
money.
ass, you strapped for cash. And I know you making money, but OnlyFans bring out the demons. You know, like that girl Bad Bunny, that Cash Me Outside girl. And it
Mhm.
really shows where our society is. She was promoting like, I'm about to turn 18, I'm gonna start an OnlyFans. As soon as she turned 18, she made like $10 million her first day because niggas was just waiting. Man, this us, yo. Y'all some horny
Mhm.
ass niggas, man. This it
I
might have
can't
been
wait to see
1%
what
woman.
that cat looked like.
So she was
Oh
promoting it a
shit!
month.
It looks like all the other cats I've ever seen. Imagine that.
Imagine that. Who'd have thunk it?
Who
Get
would
the
have thunk?
fuck out of here. You two freaky bros, fellas. Relax, yo. You're
Relax,
too
yo.
horny,
Calm
dog.
down.
OnlyFans is making they making $100 million a month as a platform on a slow month. Fellas, imagine how what nations we can build. The Trinidad and Tobago don't make $100 million a month.
The
Y'all
crazy thing
throwing
is like the writing was on the wall all along. Like once social media and all that broke out, like who was like, wait a minute, what if we've created a platform where people can pay a la carte, like
cat a la
nudies and
carte.
yeah. And boom, just like that, OnlyFans. That's exactly how the money flows when she
Flow right
flows.
Damn, this sound long as shit, Paul.
Hey, yo, could you imagine getting swept away by that?
Money wash. But I feel like, yo, and I agree with China because not only is it making you a gooner, it erodes our main brain as men because it's instant gratification. And I think the way we interact with women degrades because now we see them as a product, as opposed to this person who likes hibachi, a person who wants to go to Mount Rainier in Seattle. It's just a coochie hole. Essentially.
The physical attraction becomes the priority over the connections that you're supposed to make, and why in America the marriage rate is fucking shit, and no relationships, because what happens is everything is founded on the physicality of the relationship, and everything is judged and measured on the physicality of the relationship.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't meet the standards of what you see, or your girlfriends or your guy friends are saying, damn, you ain't hitting that on the regular, I'm hitting my girl on the regular. And then now
Lying,
you're
too.
comparing, yeah, be lying and be comparing that, and you're saying, well, you barely even kiss each other on a regular. Maybe this relationship stinks, but not understanding that there's a lot more to a relationship than all of that, because that kind of stuff is like should happen naturally. It shouldn't be something that you put a date on or saying, hey, we need to be doing this, or if we're not doing this, then we're not loving each other. It's like there's a lot of forms of physical forms of showing somebody you love them, rather than making that the central focus. But America has created that illusion that's what is what defines the relationship. How often are you guys having sex? You go to a psychiatrist or a marriage counselor, right? And immediately they're instantly saying, we got to boost your sex life. You guys be intentional and do these things. Yes, romance and all that stuff is important, but it's not the only thing, in
We
my
trying
opinion.
to make it, girl.
Yeah, we trying to make it beyond that, because if I remember, like, I got grandparents or like older people, they'll say they went through a period where they didn't even do that. Sometimes they have their own bedrooms in their house, but then they come back together. So there's different layers and
Ebbs and
ways that
flows.
happen that happens in relationships where you might not be as close, but that's just how it is. And then people see that and think that immediately the relationship's always like, no, you're just hitting different phase in your relationship. It's like tests, like, in the Bible, God tested a lot of his disciples to see how loyal they was, and stripped them of things, and then they proved themselves, and then they got more. So it's like it's the same kind of like give and take when it comes to a relationship, understanding that you're going through the peaks and valleys of the relationship, and sometimes it's going to be high end where you guys are like can't keep your hands off each other, but and then go to the point where you guys are just more in the companionship phase, where you guys are just leading each other up while you guys are moving through the stages of life and say, okay, now you're on your dream shit. Now I'm gonna prop you up. And then you
Nah,
get
you
to a
better
point
give me
where
that monkey at least once a week. I don't know what the fuck
well,
Ed
I
talking
mean,
about.
I'm just saying, like, it's just like relationships have those type
Ed
of
on
things where it
drugs.
goes up and down, yo. You know what I mean?
I don't. I was
So
following you, and
yeah,
you lost me. You lost me in the Red Sea on that one, my nigga.
yeah.
If you go in a week without making me ski, I'm gonna beat my feet. I'm up out of there, baby girl. I ain't gonna leave, but I'm gonna speak on it, though. That's the thing. You should be in a relationship to speak. I mean, you should be in a space you can speak on it. But what I'm saying is, on the other side of it, I think OnlyFans has this world of monetization of sexuality has made women feel like, well, if you won't do it, another man will, type shit. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's a Stanley somewhere. I'll give you to you.
Yeah.
Them type of niggas.
I
And
mean,
it falsifies what somebody who really love you will do for you, not just throw you some scraps. Because after they get that monkey, because it's a cold game, because now the allure is gone. Now the intrigue is gone. So, but go ahead. I'll let you wrap it up. Pause.
no, but I mean, I kind of went off on a tangent, but what I was really the point of what I'm saying is that the sexual attractions and romances should happen on a natural basis, is what I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't be going into it saying that this has to happen, this must happen, because when you start doing that, then you could create this kind of pressure that's unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we ain't doing, because then what happens is, one of the things is, oh, if you're like checking, oh, we usually have sex 4 times a week. Oh, we only had sex 2 times a week, 3 weeks in a row. Oh, he must be sleeping with somebody else. Or it could just mean that you're going through a stage where you're just not feeling it. And
My
you have to
libido
respect
dropped.
those stages. And the thing is, it's crazy because let's look at it from a male to a female standpoint. You know what I mean? When the woman feels neglected in a sexual manner, then it's a different feeling than when a guy is. Because when a guy is start doing it, then it's like, oh, you trying to force me to do it and this and that. And it becomes this thing. But then the girl's like, oh, you must be sleeping with somebody else because you're not trying to get with me.
Yeah.
And then that could also happen with a dude, because you know how a girl goes through these emotional phases where they're like, oh, and they don't want to be touched or whatnot. And in that stage, that dude's gonna be like, oh, well, if you ain't giving it to me, I'm gonna give him somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then now you put that pressure on her to do
Now
something
you
that she doesn't
adversary.
want to do.
Yeah.
And now she's feeling uncomfortable. And now your connection is changing now, because she's only giving you something because she don't want you to go away and give it to somebody else. And
Well,
all of a sudden,
there is a duty, I feel like, in a relationship. You do have a duty to do certain things for your partner. I get what you're saying, but to an extent, if you're the only person that I'm accessing for these outlets, then you should be receptive
accessing for these outlets
of that. You should be receptive of that. Like, if you're gonna go a month of I got a headache, because I mean, I can't go nowhere else. And I'm telling you, but I mean, this had nothing to do with OnlyFans, but we just talking about
that's
something.
what, because the reason why it does have something to do with OnlyFans, because I'm pretty sure a lot of relationships are because look at this. Let's, for instance, look at
OnlyFans is like,
I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating because I'm just jerking off. Yeah, I'm just jerking off to a computer screen. It's not really cheating, but it is, because you're. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of the stuff, like, I can guarantee that 40% of the clientele on OnlyFans is probably somebody in a relationship that's gone dull in the sexual, from a sexual tip, and they're getting it from there. Now, what happens when you do that? Guess what? Now you get addicted to that, and then you become less connected
to your spouse. Yeah, you ain't
Correct.
even standing up no more when they come
because
around.
you're pleasing your mentality, or like your imagination, to something else, and then you start to get creative, because hey, there's a sea of different types of people on these sites. You can, like, oh, I want someone that's 5'2" with blonde hair. Oh, I like that they like purple hair. Does anybody have purple hair? You just search it or some shit.
Anybody have purple hair?
I don't know. I'm making stuff up, but think about it. You literally could probably find it.
Yeah.
And then now
your partner can't compete. We're just
Yeah,
ordinary
it's
people.
impossible because there's too many. It's a sea of millions of people. But guess what? You won't see. You won't see no Chinese coochie. That shit's off limits, son.
It's done. You're done.
You better look up Japan.
You won't see no Chinese coochie. That's crazy, yo. So guys,
That's
let us,
the moral of the story is if you're addicted to OnlyFans, you won't get no. You won't
missed
get
out.
no. You won't see no Chinese coon.
You're a day late and $1 short.
This dollar store, it's over.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's keep it pushing, man. So guys, let us this was a good topic, man. I'm glad we got into some depth into this one, Ed. Let us know how you feel about
that's how I look at that's my how views like on porn and whatnot and what porn can do, because it's a very thing. It's an addictive thing, and people are really addicted to porn. Corn. It's addicted to corn.
We ain't monetized no way. We cuss too much.
Yeah.
I'm trying to change.
So when you get addicted to corn, it really is a thing that happens. And I look at OnlyFans as just another outlet or another medium of corn. Because
they do that on there, bro.
Honestly, I also know that OnlyFans is not only about that. It's really just about connecting you directly with people, but people use it as an outlet for that.
That's just like they say Instagram is about the biggest dating site in the world is Instagram. More people hook up off anything, Hinge, what's another dating website? I don't take any of them. Only black people meet. I don't know what's dating site. Obviously you not. Let me not get you in trouble. Instead of come through the curtain and slap the shit out you. But
the last time I've went into that, there's a plenty of fish.
Plenty of fish.
Okay, so things like that. That's how you know how old I am. That's old. Is that old?
I'm trying to remember what's the date site. Jay,
that's old, isn't it? Is that old, or is that still around?
It's a bitch on Plenty of Fish named Bertha, right? Well,
this dude can't come up with things like Plenty of Fish.
Her ass hanging down like a rim shack dunked on.
I actually like knew right away that that's not my form of trying to find someone, because I downloaded that because I was single for a long period of time at one point, and I was like, man, I need to find someone I can connect with, and then I can like you do your profile and then put the type of person that you want, and then you get these matches. It just didn't feel authentic to me, so I just never took to it. So
Hinge, Bumble, Tinder.
What's the thing? What's the one where you swipe from left to right?
Tinder.
Tinder.
And Grindr.
I was trying to think of like
gay homies. If you hunching with people that look like you're on Grindr.
Oh, okay, grind, because you have to grind, or what is it? Grinding.
I'm not fucking with you, yo. What? Do they call it Grindr because you gotta grind? What?
Yeah.
This nigga crazy, yo. All right, let's get out of here. For you. This almost Pride Month. You about to have some of them boys pull up on you, boy. We ain't grinding, nigga. They gonna swing on you, nigga. Let's move on, yo.
Holy shit.
As you know, this past week, it's been a hotly discussed topic. That's the Kevin Hart roast. A couple people you see there, Big J Okerson, of course, Jeff Ross, one of the best when it comes to roasting. I think that's Pamela Anderson from Baywatch, Cheryl Underwood, Tony Hitchcliffe, Ron Taylor. He just won a big comedian festival out in LA. Shout out to Ron Taylor. He a grassroots comedian. Funny as fuck. Pete Davidson there, Shane Gillis from Baltimore. Shout out to Shane Gillis, Draymond Green there, Tiffany Haddish, all the stars out tonight. Cat Williams is not a pitcher, but Cat Williams there as well. Yeah. And when you watched it, so before I give any, I didn't watch it. Before I get into it too deep, what were your thoughts on it, man?
I mean, it's a roast. I've seen plenty of roasts, so it's gotta be the type of comedy that because I like all forms of comedy for the most part. So there's no forms of comedy that I do not consume and
nigga
enjoy.
Get off the middle of the road and tell me what you thought about the goddamn roast, man. I'm about to jump through this.
I'm just explaining that this is a brand of comedy that it's like it's either it's a matter of taste. Like it's a acquired taste. Like some people like caviar, some don't. You know what I mean? It's delicious, and how are you not liking it? Well, roast is like a whole different spectrum. It's like the battle rap of comedy. where you're going out all no holds barred, going and so when there's no joke that's too that you can't touch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this one, they literally in the day of today is surprising that they're able to pull off a roast like this because they leaned into racial jokes on a level that I was like, even in the early 2000s, you'd be cringing.
Really?
And the fact that it's 2026, they're leaning, yeah, man, they lean hard into making fun of people's dead people, like people that died not too long ago. So
I
there's
heard
Charlie
you talking about
Kirk,
George Floyd.
yeah, there was a George Floyd joke that came
fuck is
after
George
Charlie
Floyd?
Kirk joke, a Charlie
Take a
Kirk
deep
joke.
breath, yo. Take a deep breath.
There was a Charlie Kirk joke, and there was a George Floyd joke. I mean, I would say that both of them were in poor taste, but it's a roast. That's what a roast is, having poor taste type jokes. They were making fun of a dude that committed suicide
From
like,
Lincoln
over and
Park?
over. Huh? Nah, not him.
Okay. We ain't doing no Chester slander, yo.
No, he said, yo, that's where you draw the line.
Yeah, yo, fuck that, yo. We're not doing that.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it. Like when you're doing those type of jokes, it's going to be funny to everyone except for the people that were deeply touched by that situation. So no matter how you look at it, it's going to be inappropriate for someone. But that's what the roast is. So while I was laughing at the shit, I was going, God dang, I can't believe that they used that
Kind of
joke.
dark, huh?
It was crazy how and it was crazy how they leaned into the like Shane Gillis. He was saying a whole bunch of racial jokes. He was like, and then he kept going, what? And then he was going, hey, I got permission to use it. Like they told me to be racist.
Did he say the N-word?
Nah.
Okay.
You didn't. I mean, it was worse than saying that word.
No, ain't nothing worse than that. I feel you though, but
it is because you have to think of context. Just saying the N-word is just saying the N-word, right? But when you're saying things that are racially motivated, that almost is worse than just saying the N-word, in my opinion. If you watch the roast, you'll be like, some of these jokes were really leaning into like
and that's my thing. I feel like roasting is a direct art form. If it's Kevin Hart roast, why do I have to talk about George Floyd? Why do I have to talk about Charlie Kirk? I need to roast Kevin Hart. What is all this?
You're right, because they said the roasting of Kevin Hart, but here's the funny thing. That's what I'm glad you said that. Most of these people would go up there and they roast everybody, only have like 2 or 3 jokes on Kevin Hart. I'm like, isn't this called the roasting of Kevin Hart? They should be leaning in on roasting him, but they'd go around the room and roast certain people, but sometimes they lean heavy into it. So you could tell, like, I kind of don't like you. So you can see who doesn't like who, and they took the opportunity to go at them heavy.
Yeah.
You know, because guess what? Cat Williams went up there and he didn't roast nobody but Kevin Hart.
See, because Kevin Hart. I mean,
he actually everybody knows he actually does not like Kevin Hart.
You want to know why he did that? Because Cat Williams is from the thing about these types of roast, this Netflix shit, and these types of commercialized roast is that these people, 80% of what they're saying has been written for them outside of Jeff Ross.
Oh yeah, they were reading from the prompter for sure. I mean, sometimes you write your jokes and your jokes get put on the prompter so you can have a frame of reference.
They give you the pace,
yeah.
But
yeah,
this is why I'm not knocking it. It's just it's not my cup of tea. This is a production for Netflix.
Yeah. I would not watch it twice. Put it that way.
Okay. I can buy that. I can dig that. Netflix is trying to hit a bag, so they gotta get. I prefer hood roasting. I prefer your mama jokes and just off the cuff shit.
Yeah, that stuff that's out of the realm of reality sometimes, but they really were touching on serious things and trying to make jokes of it. Because Jeff Ross, he's just at the point of beating cancer, like he's fighting cancer. They were really leaning in on the cancer jokes, on how he looks because he had cancer. And
he had on the Eddie Murphy Raw outfit.
Yeah, so they were really leaning in on that. And even Lizzo, like Lizzo's jokes, you could tell that they weren't her jokes because
Cheryl Underwood.
Yeah, Lizzo's right there. You don't see her?
Yo, that's Cheryl Underwood. That ain't Lizzo, nigga.
You don't see her in the middle right there, right behind Kevin Hart?
Oh, that's Lizzo?
Cheryl Underwood is to left to
with
Kevin
the
Hart's
blue.
left.
Oh, that I didn't even
Behind
tell that
Kevin
was
Hart
Lizzo.
is
I thought that was
Lizzo.
I thought that was
He was like that's Cheryl Underwood. Oh, the person that they were making fun of was her husband that killed himself jumping off a bridge. Remember?
Cheryl Underwood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
She got made fun of a lot. They were making jokes about how she looked, talking about how she looks like a man, and yo, it was crazy.
See, that's cool. It's direct at you. You came here, you entered the dojo, you finna catch the smoke. I'm all for that. But this type of shit, for me,
Like
it's
strays, like doing strays, right?
it's commercialized. Like, I don't know if you ever seen the show Roast.
I didn't like The Rock's. Yo, The Rock, his shit was kind of crazy because there was 3 moments where he was like right on stage, like trying to hit on Kevin's wife, and then they were playing into it and all stuff. But I didn't feel like that shit was necessary. Like, hey, what's up? Like doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just playing Kevin. Shut the fuck
Kevin a
up.
little nigga too, yo.
Yeah. Go back to the picture. I thought that they shrunk him for the picture because he just
Nah, yo, he the little nigga. He the littlest nigga on earth, yo.
is that real size? Like, is that really like
Unsized.
no? What I'm saying is that they did.
Yes, that's his real height. He like 5'4", yo. He like 5'4", yo. He like a little mini little Muggsy Bogues built nigga, yo. He like he's small, yo. He's smaller than Pamela Anderson. She behind him like it's his first day of school. That's the my baby going to school hold. You see how she got her hands around him? My baby going to 5th grade. Tony Hinchcliffe is there. He got the Kill Tony thing. I'm not a big fan of Kill Tony. That is extremely racial.
Listen, Kill Tony is the one that he's the one that said the George Floyd joke, and
I mean that's how he get down though. That's Tony Hinchcliffe. That's his shtick. So I mean, he taking dick. So I mean, I don't know. It is.
Oh, that's for real.
Yeah. He got the lollipop gang swag. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, do your thing. To each his own. It hit a nerve in society. People are watching it. It's being talked about. So mission accomplished for Netflix.
It's mission accomplished. They're talking about it, and I mean, it. There was so much that was hilarious, but there was so much that was uncalled for, and that's what I think. So, but it's about how you look at it, because once it's done, you can tell that they were going for shock value. That's really what you could see.
Hey,
when I was watching that, they were purposefully going for shock value.
This nigga said Fortnite.
So that's what I said. They were purposefully going for shock value. That's basically how it went down. Like you could tell like these jokes were definitely all written in a room. So every joke that was told, every person knew the joke was happening because their reactions pretty much told you. It's just a matter of when how they're gonna frame it and where they're gonna tell it. But all these jokes, it looks like they were in a writer's room and they all were saying the jokes at each other already, and they went in there and did it live.
And was it any genuine laughter?
I don't think so. I think it was more like
Hollywood laughs.
Yeah, Hollywood laughs. It definitely was.
Nobody was crying.
The only people that they wanted to laugh were the people watching at home, because everyone that was in that building, it almost seemed like they all knew what was coming and they all knew the teleprompter. The only people that I knew didn't know what was going on was the guest speakers like Lizzo, the actors that aren't real comedians reading from the prompter jokes that someone else wrote for them, because there was 2 jokes that Lizzo didn't even finish because she couldn't do it. She kept laughing like and you could tell that she was like not about that. Like, I'm not about to say that. And that's when I realized, I'm like, oh man, this shit
manufactured, yo.
Yeah, this shit whack, yo.
Yeah, so I mean, but to each his own. Like the comedy community is really split on this right now. If you like, I got 87% comedians in my social media feeds, and some are for it, some are against it, and
Yeah.
it's like,
I mean, the strays of someone like the George Floyd joke, I think that's uncalled for. Also, the Charlie Kirk shouldn't. Neither of those two jokes should have been told because
Yeah.
one, it's still too soon for that to happen. Like it's not. That's not like 40 years ago. This is something shit that happened within our recent history, and both of them were highly violent ways somebody died. And this dude said used the Kirk one about it was a Kill Tony. It was against Kill Tony. It's like you have something in common with Charlie Kirk, and both of you both let a man unload in your throat or some shit like that.
okay, so that substantiated what I said earlier. But
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He gets to do. I was like, oh, so he does.
I
So that joke
don't
made sense.
I don't believe in too soon for a joke, but I believe you have to fashion it. Like if you roasting Kevin Hart, why are you talking about Charlie Kirk?
Exactly.
And I'm not a Turning Point USA apologist, or because Charlie Kirk was spewing some pretty bad shit about black people and Latinos. But
still, even still, like
what's
to
what's the point? But the point is shock and awe.
yeah, that's
That's
what I'm saying. Like those jokes were done specifically to get reactions.
Yeah.
So guess what? Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
The George Floyd joke was done specifically to get a reaction. Guess what? Mission accomplished.
Reaction
So
came.
whether or not we could talk about how what should have been or should not have been left in that roast, we're talking about it.
Yeah, even us. And I ain't even watched this shit. So
yeah,
it
you
is
didn't
what
watch
it
the
is.
shit, but it's all over social media, like especially the George Floyd joke. And then now it just created divide. And I thought that roast was to make jokes that are so far out of the realm of what you shouldn't say to kind of like take away the power of that shit so people stop doing it. But this created more divide. So mission accomplished is they fucked us up worse. It's hard. You know why racism still exists is because we keep feeding the fucking fire. And
let's not go down that road.
I'm not saying we as in we're, I'm saying the society keeps feeding the fire. And that roast kind of did, because look at the division. Now what's going on, it's become people that follow Charlie Kirk versus George Floyd, and they're saying, well, you can't keep the same energy. We can't Charlie Kirk game.
Yeah.
And then it's like the other and vice versa. Keep the same energy. You know what I'm saying? So now it's more division going on, which to me lets you know that it's intentional. There was only 2 jokes that mentioned both of them. So it's almost like, hey, we're gonna tell this George Floyd joke.
And it's production and all of this.
We gotta balance that though. If we tell that joke, we gotta balance that joke.
Yeah.
All right, you tell a joke about Charlie Kirk. So then that way there's a inappropriate white and an inappropriate black joke of 2 people that were murdered. And then that way we could say, well, we did one for Charlie Kirk too. It's like, no, that doesn't make it right either way. But I mean, it's
roasting for me goes off vibes.
You're supposed to be roasting a person, right?
I'm gonna put you in front of somebody and you gonna, for good, bad, or indifferent. Like I remember Jamie Foxx and them used to do the roast of Shaquille O'Neal. You ever seen the roast of Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah.
That's roasting.
My favorite one is where Jamie Foxx was leaning on that dude. He's like, I'm not Jamie Foxx. I'm your conscience.
Maybe I should have wrapped it up.
He's like, yeah, I needed that. I felt so bad for that dude.
Yo, that shit was hilarious.
What am I doing here? I just said another joke that didn't go over.
What am I doing here?
I'm not Jamie Foxx. I'm your conscience.
Hilarious, because that's off the cuff. That's
because he says, well, I need a co-sign. Won't you co-sign a vehicle? And then Jamie Foxx responded with, I just said another joke that didn't go over.
Genius level shit right there.
Yo, that was all crazy.
Insane. All right. Let's keep it rolling. Keep rolling. Yeah. We're in a world right now, Ed, where people are lost, man. People are trying to find direction in their life. And when you're looking for direction, I believe you're most susceptible. As they say, idle mind is the devil's playground. I believe more so than that, a lost mind is the devil's playground. If you're searching for something, not necessarily mean you lost and you don't know who you are sexually and shit like that, but somebody who's trying to find their purpose or is going through a point of turmoil or pain or sorrow or something like that. Anybody who gives you a glimmer of normalcy is something you'll cling to. So what I say all that to say, if you look at the screen right now, we got two doctors posted up. Dr. Umar, of course, you know, Tunde, the King Kong of consciousness.
Yeah.
And then you have Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. You can see right there in her ear it says Shy. These are two people in the black community. I'll be real, in the black community who are, you know, heralded as voices. Dr. Umar is like a Pan-Africanist who mostly promotes black empowerment, but he also promotes black queens forever, snow bunnies never. No, when it comes to dating women, if you black, it's no ice, no rice, no sand, and no salsa. Meaning no ice, no white women, no rice, no Asian women, no sand, no Indian women, and no salsa, no Latinas. That's what Dr. Umar be kicking
Yo.
that game. And then you got Dr.
Yo, but the fact that he's like coupling all Spanish people with salsa is crazy.
He's saying no salsa.
I've never made salsa a day in my fucking life, yo.
No sazon for you,
Puerto Ricans don't make salsa, yo.
Shit, well,
we make sofrito.
Yeah, no sofrito, that nigga. So, and then Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is sort of a female empowerment in the black community, but both of them are self-proclaimed doctors. But in past months and past weeks, you know, Dr. Umar has been saying he's been building a school for black kids for 11 years. It hasn't been built. And Dr. Cheyenne Bryant,
he said he's
has,
currently building, and he's been saying that.
FDMG Academy. Shout out to Johnny Cage Penis. FDMG Academy being built up for the black kids, and then Dr. Cheyenne Brown, who's a doctor of psychology and all of that stuff. But they asked her to produce or furnish her doctorate degree, and she said, "Oh, my the school closed. I can't get the degree for you no more."
I took Johnny Cage off. You saw that?
Yeah, I saw you. You took Johnny off. Hey, bitch, please.
He cheated on me.
He cheated. You burned him down. Burned the movie theater down.
Yeah.
So I say all that to say, man, in this world of misdirection and people trying to give you the game and they don't really got the game themselves. You know, we titled this segment "Trust Thyself." When you're looking for your own identity in other individuals, especially celebrities, it's easy to get lost in the sauce. So do you think you could still trust people in 2026, Ed? Not just people for guidance, but can you trust people in general in 2026?
In 2026, I would say you can trust people as far as you can throw them.
Right.
I think trust is something that you can't take lightly anymore, because it's like, you know, it's almost like there was a time when people get the benefit of the doubt, like, yeah, until you actually betray my trust, I'm going to give you some trust. But in most cases, you can't even do that now, because their integrity is such a lacking thing. And it's something that I always go back to. Remember, we were talking about media having integrity. We're talking about having integrity in a relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean? And look at all of these examples where people lack integrity, you know, and for those, to simplify the definition of integrity is doing the right thing even when nobody's watching, right? So, like, how many of us have a way of behaving in front of certain people? So, hey, you put your different hats on for different situations. So when is the real you going to come out? And I think I like the name of the topic because it's trust thyself. It's like, trust yourself to be yourself, and also be proud of who you are, and stand in the strength of who you are, and be yourself, no matter how you're approached by others. You know, it's like, and I try real hard all my life. That's why when I named myself Imani OT stands for oak tree, and oak tree is known for having strong roots and firm. It stands firm. It's a very strong tree. And that's how I'd like to stand, like an oak tree, and my beliefs and who I am is going to be this way, whether you love me or hate me. It's just who I am. And there's people that hate me because of it, people that love me because of it. But in this world, people tend to put on masks to suit the situation that they're in. So no, you can't trust people until shapeshifters, exactly. So you can't trust people in 2026. You couldn't trust them in 2024 either.
He said that shit specific. I ain't trust them niggas 2 years ago either.
Yeah, he couldn't trust them then either. But people have to prove themselves to get trust, and that's how it should be at this stage in our society. Is don't give nobody trust until they show you that they're trustworthy. And that's
But
my opinion.
even then, Ed, people can play the game, play the long game.
Then you
Like-
trust them to be who they show you they are. You know, if someone shows you who they are, believe them because that's who they are. Don't think it. That means that if you see them do something and it's not pertaining to you specific, but it's pertaining to someone else, that means that you just haven't given them the reason to do it to you yet. You know how someone says, I knew that he was always doing crazy shit, but I didn't think he'd do it to me.
Yeah.
Then you're fucking naive and stupid.
Right.
You seen
right,
him do that shit.
Right. What made you think you different?
Yeah, what made you think
time and
that you were
opportunity.
you
Time and
just you
opportunity.
just didn't reach the stage where they got the opportunity nor the desire to do it to you
yet.
Right.
So that's a no. So that's a no. It sounds like what I'm hearing from.
No, I think I'm gonna flip it. Trust people to be who they show you to be they are. So
Okay.
when you're around somebody, pay attention. When you see them doing some shady shit, trust them to be that shady shit.
So why do you think people are so eager to fully throw themselves? I mean, you see it with these televangelists all the time. I think we talked about this in season 2, how people will send oodles of money to televangelists just because they're lost. I guess that's more of a thing with God though than believing in just like a random motherfucker though. So I guess I don't know.
Like so much yeah, that's actually an interesting thing. What part of it you look at it like, is this a service or are they being cheated because they're sending money? But you look at it like, when they send that money, they get the relief that they got, whether it's placebo or not. The fact of the matter is, if they feel that they got something from it, is it
It's a transaction? Yeah.
But
I
then
think it is because you're selling people a lie. It's not like
I say that because I can't remember who it was. You know how some of these motherfuckers got like called out for being scamming and shit and using the word of God as a means to make profit off of people that are vulnerable. They'll
which
say,
one?
yeah. They'll say, well, it's technically not because the service that I provide is making them feel. Therefore, if you believe, then you feel. So this is a service. It's entertainment, and then they'll say something like, "It's entertainment. It's satire." You know what I'm saying? It's like, no,
get cracked down on. You wasn't.
Yeah,
selling
exactly.
satire.
Yeah, no, get the fuck out of here. Like,
so
you know what you was doing. You a false prophet, and you the worst of the worst. There's nothing more worse than someone using, like, I seen Book of Eli, you know what I'm saying? Like, you seen the difference. What that man was trying to use with the word of God versus what the word of God should be.
Stood for. Well, these people aren't really working the word of God. That's what I was about to say. So in today's world, Joe, today every problem you have, what they want to throw at you, go to therapy, go to therapy, go to therapy, go to therapy. I used for like 5 years, I worked in mental health. And I'm going to tell you this is an unpopular opinion. Therapists is more fucked up than we just people, bro. Telling a person your problems. I get it if you don't have nobody to talk to and you want a unbiased look at yourself. You feel me? But I've seen motherfuckers be in therapy for 10, 15 years. What are you doing?
Yeah. You're going that. You know what's funny is, and then they start quoting their therapist.
Yeah,
my therapist said that I shouldn't buy you into that. It's like, so are you or are you just speaking? That person you can't trust at all because that person forgot who they are. That therapist shaped them into who they should be. It's like, you should take power into yourself and who you are. Don't let people manipulate you.
And that came
My
from a
therapist
book.
Said you was gonna say that. Therefore, now he's more right. And you're a piece of shit. My therapist said.
Your therapist
like, when someone starts a sentence with, my therapist said I should. He's like, hello, Edwin. I was like, oh yeah, what was he
You
doing?
hung
I
up
was
on
like,
him. You
I
checked
started
out.
thinking, no, I'll check out on him. And I was like, oh no, I was thinking about that new Chipotle fire burger that they got at Chili's. I'm fucking telling you shit about my life. You talking about
Yo,
Chili?
listen to me.
It's like it's
Now,
a good burger.
therapy has a place. Don't get it twisted. I believe therapy has a place, but as far as a long-term solution for internal issues and flux, now substance counselors and shit like that for people who dealing with addiction and shit like that, I get you to help you because that's a chemical. I guess bipolar disorder can be all I'm trying to say is people. This society throws therapy at everything, and these doctors of psychology hunt that. They capitalize on that and they manipulate the masses, people who may not be formally diagnosed with schizophrenia or bipolar disorder or clinical depression or just a case of worration, being worried all the time, anxiety. These people are looking for a solution, and everything can't just be therapy, because these are just people who go to the club, snort cocaine, have unprotected sex, and get DUIs just like you. You feel me? They know what's in a textbook from University of Maryland. They know what's in a textbook from Princeton or wherever they got their degree from. But a lot of these people are sheltered and don't know what you're dealing with when you buying your dinner for the
Yeah.
next week from Dollar General.
Yeah, but that's why you know how what's interesting is because we can look at it like this: when you go to rehab and you start to go to like AA meetings and whatnot, and the AA meetings we always say AA meetings is Alcoholics Anonymous and all that stuff,
Mhm.
but AA meetings are not just for alcohol; they're for pretty much all drugs. Like you go
Yeah.
to these meetings, and who is your sponsor? Your sponsor is someone that was formerly an addict like you, that has seemingly conquered their addiction to a level that they're good enough to be able to
Advocate,
mentor
yeah.
you. And why does
Mhm.
that mentorship important? It's not only for you, it's for them, because them mentoring you keeps them honest, because it gives them purpose to help you in your sobriety journey, and it helps them keep their sobriety stronger because they're
Right.
feeling fulfilled and keeping you from using,
Purposeful,
and
yeah.
it strengthens their way. But why is that? Why did I mention that? Because sometimes, just like you said, these sometimes a therapist doesn't have the knowledge of experience of what you're going through, and they're just giving you a textbook answer
Right.
of what should be saying, like, well, it looks here like you're getting touches of issues with your relationship with your father, you should be going like that. Meanwhile, they were adopted. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a Gila
And they
gorilla.
have
You don't know
literally
what I'm going
zero,
through.
they literally have zero like
Insight, yeah.
perspective on what you're going through. They're just giving you what they think that you're going through.
This fits
And
this puzzle. It's a puzzle.
I think where therapy will work is if that's why it's just like a barber or a mechanic. Therapy is good. And I think that science is good, is a good science, because the study of somebody's behavioral science, mental
Mhm.
health science, all that shit's real shit. But when you start to put yourself in saying that I'm going to be helping people, then you have to start to build yourself in understanding people more, and not just give people like, so it's like when you're finding a therapist, you got to find a therapist that's within your demographic to a degree, that
Right. I
understands where your
believe
point
that.
of view
Yep.
is. You got to find your demographic. Then you got to find a therapist that has lived in your type of environment, whether it's like you're a
Walk a
city
mile
person,
in my
then your
shoes.
therapist can't be someone that's from the country that lived in a small town,
Right.
because they ain't gonna have no insight on your shit.
Chop, you gotta
They,
turn that
if you grew up in
down.
LA, in Los Angeles, and then you go to New York and see a therapist that grew up in upstate New York, their whole life
Albany,
views are gonna be way different than yours. So
Hudson Valley.
therefore, the therapy is gonna be a different result just because
Yeah.
of that.
You
I could
can't
be
you can't
wrong, maybe,
No,
but
I believe it.
I mean, like the closer the therapist is more on like a relatable level with you, the better they're gonna help you, because they can actually feel where you're
You
coming from.
you 100% right. Most people are a product of their environment, and if you're not from our environment, how can you understand
Yeah.
at the end of the day? So I get you. I get you. I get you. Okay, so guys, to put a bow on this section, I mean, I would just say if you're going through something, initially seeking therapy, I would 5 billion% recommend it. At my other clinic, I saw some therapists who were
Yeah.
put in put in long hours past payment to take care of their clients. A lot of the therapists that were in the school-based program that I worked with, they went above and beyond for those kids. And I really do mean that, buying them supplies, taking them out to eat when they did good grades, when their parents was pieces of shit, to motivate the children. But then you got those other therapists where it's, if you want to go and take a ride with me, spin an L in a chip with the bunsy. Oh, why do I feel this way?
Hey, must be the money.
Tell them, man, it must be the money. They was out for that fettuccine.
All right, that's our time. That's $355.
I'm killing myself. What? That's enough for today.
That's enough. That's enough for today.
Your prepaid minutes have ran out.
So it's like I think that the art of therapy is a very highly needed thing, because you have to have somebody that doesn't have any stakes in your life, so that they can listen to you, and you could be able to be free and speak in your mind, but be mindful on who you're choosing. This should be something that takes time for you to find the right therapist for you. Right. And if it doesn't feel right, then it isn't. Find someone else. Some people just kind of stay in it because like, I need this, but every time I sit there, I just don't feel fulfilled when I leave. Stops wasting your money then. You gotta find, it's one of those things where it'll click when it clicks. When you find the right barber, you keep going back to that barber, because when you go in there and sit on that barber's chair, you ain't gotta say much. You just give them an idea what you want. You already know what they're gonna do. You find yourself that mechanic, you keep going to that mechanic because he keeps taking care of you. I think that a therapist is kind of the same vein of that, and also find a therapist that's in your demographic, as far as like, so they can understand your points of views better.
What if you go to a therapist and they say, I'm looking for a black therapist? They be like, me no black, me Dominican. You gonna go see them, or you gonna leave?
Yeah, because he's gonna say, well, in the Dominican Republic, this is how we handle things. It's like
that's insane.
Not the same.
No tengo.
Tú no puede.
I'm not fucking with you, Ed. All right, let's keep it moving, yo. We had one more, but we creeping, man, and I don't want to rush Poppy Sports Talk, because I really want to get into it. We skipped Poppy Sports Talk and John entirely, boy, what the fuck, entirely last week. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, you know what they do. We at the start of the part of the show where we going through. It's me and my nigga Ed. You know what he said. It's Poppy Sports Talk to the back of your head. It's Poppy Sports Talk, dog.
I'm gonna put you on my next joint.
Let's get into it, bro.
Let's get into it.
All right, first topic on Poppy Sports Talk.
I keep hitting the mic.
My fault. Oh, that's your fault. I'm saying my fault.
Yeah, how's it your fault?
Magneto just shit. If you don't know, now you know, brother. Last week, LeBron, GOAT James, King James, the chosen one, was swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Lakers, actually. And I said it pre-production before the show, and then I said it again in the show. The Los Angeles Lakers were swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Period. Them niggas swept the Lakers. Sent them home 4 wins.
Is that what they do?
I'm gonna show you what they do after the show. You're gonna be like,
they thunderous.
Okay.
The thunderous thunder.
But so the end of the season, the disastrous end of the season in the playoffs. Of course, in the playoffs, he got to play with his son, which is a historical moment. Father-son in a playoff game. They got a playoff win as a father-son duo, which was amazing. But it brings a close to his number 23's 23rd year in the NBA. And the speculations have been surrounding on if he retired. Now, I found out today that the Lakers offered him a $30 million contract, and he is expected to decline that. He's a $50 million guy. He's not going to play under that $30 million thing. It's damn near half his price. But you're getting half the production, my boy, because you're 42. But given what you know about LeBron, and I don't know how much you know
what's his numbers for the season?
He averaging around 20 points a game. Which is his rookie season production. pretty much. So grand opening, grand closing as far as that goes. Now at the end of playoffs, he did show extreme grit and hustle and determination. The LeBron James touch. It's just he really didn't have a supporting cast. Luka Doncic went down. Austin Reeves went down, who are two big players, white boys on the team that be cooking, but they went down and they weren't there to support him. All he had was Bronny, little young ass. And that wasn't enough. But give him just basically, what you might know about LeBron. What do you think he should do in his 23rd year?
He should probably ground his son for not helping him win. He's like, you're grounded.
You're grounded.
It's like no PlayStation.
You suck. Come on, Dad.
Come on, man. It's like we were going to Italy. Now we're not. We're gonna
give me your passport, little nigga. Yeah. So do you think he should retire? You think 23 illustrious years?
Listen,
I'll say this. Do you think he risks tarnishing his legacy playing into poor production?
I don't think you can tarnish legacy. Legacy is going to be legacy. The fact that he's been in the sport for the years that he has, he's been very impactful to basketball in many ways. He had the barbershop where they did discussions like kind of we are talking about. I mean, he's been a cultural cultural driver, a cultural innovator in some aspects from the years that he's put in. I don't think you're going to be able to just erase that just because he ended his career in some bad years. I think that he enjoys the fact that he's playing with his son, and he probably wants to show his son that hey, when you said it wasn't no big deal. Now I say it now, it's a big deal. What's going on?
Playoff game with his son. I ain't say
no. You said he got to play with his son, and that's special. You said
no. You gonna run this back?
Gonna rewind that back. I'm gonna freaking make it say it 3 times. I'm gonna make it a slow mo too. You play with the son. John, arrows and shit pointing at you, like going. But I think that because of that, it's like maybe he's gonna give it one more shot and actually announce it as his send-off year. I think that he deserves at least that to say, hey, this is my send-off year, and that also is a catapult to the rest of the team, knowing, hey, this is last year, and it gives effort. Just the same thing. Remember when the Ravens won their second chip, and right before the playoffs, Ray Lewis said, after this year, I'm retiring.
Yeah,
like the whole defense energized because they were like a 22 ranked defense in the regular season. Ray Lewis announced his retirement. They went from 22nd ranked defense to like top 4 in every category on defensive category. Like what happened there? Motivation. So I think that he deserves to get the opportunity to do that. So the fact that he's going to decline at 30 million, he's like, listen, give me 50, promise. He's going to give a speech before the season. So when they start the training camp, he's like, yeah, this is my last
run, boys.
So it's my last run. So I want a full effort from everybody because I want to go out with a bang. And I'm not necessarily putting expectations of winning a chip, but I want us to go out knowing that we played our best.
We chased it, yeah.
And we chased it. And that alone is going to set the tone for the whole season. I think he deserves to do that. He should do that. But I do believe someone that has a long legacy like him shouldn't just hang it up on a sweep like that. Like it's going to be sour. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady didn't do that on purpose. Like
on purpose.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't going out like this. So he went to Tampa Bay, won another chip. You know what I'm saying? But I think at this point you gotta look at it like, how does he feel? He's already played 23 years. What's one more? And to be honest, it's like you can't just say, oh, is it gonna tarnish legacy? Hey, if they lose, they lose. But how does he play and how does his legacy stand? It would just be an unfortunate end to a great career. That's all we can say. But you can't say, oh, his whole legacy.
Kobe went out that way too.
Yeah.
On the Booty Meat Express.
Yeah, he did. But at least his final game, he put a 60 burger up.
80 burger, didn't he? It was 80.
No, he's got the record. He's got an 81 burger that he has in his career, but he put up a 60 burger in that game.
Okay. Yeah, they was letting Kobe score.
Matter of fact, he put up a specific number. I can't remember. And because it was like a significant number or something that he did. And once he got to that point, he went to the bench.
Oh, okay.
But Kobe went ham in that game. I watched that game too, from start to finish. I just happened to see it's like someone told me, like, hey, Kobe's last game's tonight. He's like, what? Kobe Bryant's last game. Watching this, he's gonna go off. So I just went straight in there and started watching, and he did. He was just
Kobe,
Yo,
Black
he
Mamba,
couldn't miss.
rest in peace.
So
Yeah.
I think that LeBron James deserves the opportunity to do the same thing, because I think that it needs to be built up just like that. And Kobe also did that. Like, he didn't do it to intentionally put a 60 burger, but he's doing that, showing that this is my last season. I'm gonna put my best foot.
Everything I got.
I gotta put everything
Yeah,
I got in
wouldn't say the
this.
season. I wouldn't say the season. That game he went ham. That season he was on the Booty Meat
No,
Express.
yeah, he was up and down.
No, he was down. It was down. It was down. But we gonna God bless.
So
the dead.
yes, I think that he shouldn't retire. I think that he should retire on his own terms. And if he's played this long, he should at least do that. I hope that he does that. Say, hey, this is my last year. Doesn't even put it out to us, to the public, but
Right.
tells the team.
It's gonna leak. This LA. It's gonna leak.
It will leak, but it's fine. But he doesn't purposefully do it, is what I'm
Right.
saying. He's
Yeah,
gonna go,
I
hey guys, play it one more year. Watch the Lakers. Like, no, he's gonna go to the team, tell them this is my last year, let's do it. And then the story's gonna circle us around organically when the teammates saying, yeah, LeBron told us in the locker room, started training camp, that this is last year. We're gonna put our all for him, and his son's here. What did I say that was wrong?
I'm gonna put my all for him.
I'm gonna put my all for him.
Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the Too Late We Said It. Nah, okay, yeah. I don't
Zestfully clean. You're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean.
Be in the shower listening with the herbal essences. Remember them herbal essence commercials? You'd be watching. That's crazy. What the hell was that? That was
Who came up with that commercial?
A freak. The nigga who banned OnlyFans in China.
Yeah, but what's worse, the freak that came up with it or the freak that approved it?
The freak that came up with it, because that's Harvey Weinstein that did that. They be the producers. Now touch the little kid on the hip. Oh yeah, all those child producers. Anyway, all right. So I feel like LeBron should run one more too, and I feel like he should vocalize it. This is my last run. It's meant everything for me to be in this league. I'm honored to be in this league. But the reality is, for the past 23 years, 22 years, 21 years, LeBron has been the league. And
that's why he deserves a send-off like that.
Yeah.
And it should be a storyline like that. And we should be watching.
It should be.
And we should be watching is because, man, the day that he entered the NBA at 18 years old, he was on ESPN cover as a high school basketball player and enters the NBA. And he's a young guy. He got them there, but he couldn't do it himself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He didn't have a supporting cast.
Ever since he came to the league, he's been the face of the league, and he met expectations. Been a great father, been a great husband, been a great representation of Black community. He deserved a great send off, more so than anybody else, more than Michael Jordan. More than anybody else. LeBron really has been a personified character in the NBA. We got a lot of respect for you here at the Too Late We Said It broadcast, bro, for what it's worth. So,
yeah, there was moments when I didn't like LeBron because, like, the narrative that, like, was like, oh, he was handed, like, he was given the crown before he earned it and all that. He came into the league, like, already being the face without actually. But you know what? All that shit went by the wayside because then you just watch him as a person and how he moved and moved within and how he played and how he moved. Then you're going, yeah, he did create the flop. He didn't create the flop, but he immortalized the flop. He immortalized the flop, and he did a lot of crazy shit that, like, I still don't like as far as the flopping and stuff. Like someone's like, come on, man. But that doesn't define his whole legacy of his career, because how he was able to create that scenario was like, I'm gonna take my talents down to South Beach.
That's swag,
it was super swag, because after he did that, we started getting the reaction videos of college students like showing their commitments to schools and shit, and that started becoming a thing. And then you had the hats there, like
putting it on the shelf. Yes. Your shit off.
I think LeBron started that trend, with that shit. And I mean, like I said, trendsetter, He paved new avenues and made the sport entertaining, because without LeBron, basketball would have lost a lot of steam.
Mm-hmm.
And even now, I don't watch the NBA like I used to. But guess what? If it turns out that he announces his last year, I'm gonna watch every fucking game now.
Oh yeah. He's the GOAT, man.
Because I got to at least experience, like, I got to be able to watch my own eyes. Just like when I was watching Michael Jordan. Within my own eye. When I was watching Michael Jordan when I was a kid, It's like, yo, I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to be like Mike, like Gatorade, the Gatorade
I
commercial.
wanna be like
I
mine.
wanna be like Mike. They're gonna have a movie called Like Mike. Remember with Lil Bow Wow?
Little
And he wore the sneakers.
Calvin. Little Calvin.
Is
No
it the
doubt.
shoes?
Is it the shoes? It was not the shoes.
Yeah.
All right, Ed. So shout out Bron. Do what you want. We're gonna be here watching, cuz. All right. Let's hop into the next topic on Poppy Sports Talk. So, as you know, the NFL draft happened a couple weeks ago. OTAs are well under. I mean, voluntary camps are well underway. Training camps are underway. People are back in the facility getting ready for the 2026 season. Pictured here are some of the stars in the league. You got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patty Cakes, Justin Jefferson, and the all-time sack leader, Miles. I love them Korean bitches, Garrett. You know what I mean? He be in Japan.
He
with
also
that
loves anime. Don't get it twisted. And Pokemon.
and he'll beat the shit out you on
And beat the shit out
on land run. He'll beat
He'll
the
beat
hell
the,
out you.
he'll beat the shit out you, and then on your lifeless body, just put a Pikachu on your chest.
He'll beat you up with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel band on.
He'll put a Snorlax. He'll beat you up, knock you out, put a Snorlax on your chest.
with 3 energy cards. Nigga. Yeah, so I ain't fucking with Miles Garrett. But Ed, so with looking at the season, factoring in the NFL draft, all the selections that were made for each team, I'm gonna just pull up an image right quick. I want to know who you think are the top 10 teams in the NFL. AFC, NFC, it don't matter. Let's start with number 10. Who are you taking? Yeah, that's everybody. Should be. I know I'm not doing like I did that one week when it was 10 years ago to schedule. I think this is all the teams. The Cowboys are a little bit behind our logo, so don't forget.
It's 4 rows of 8. That's 32 teams.
Okay. So let's start with number 10. Who do you think is your number 10 team? And me and you will just go back and forth. You'll do your 10, I'll do my 10.
Number 10, I'm going to say the San Francisco 49ers.
49ers. You want to give a little reason why?
Yeah, the 49ers definitely hit the top 10 because one, I like what they did with the draft. They signed Mike Evans. And they had a shit show with the wide receiver situation last year with Ayuk and all of that. And they also grabbed some fresh tight ends in the draft. I like they restocked with young talent. And I think that the 49ers, in my opinion, have one of the best best coaching staffs in the league. I'm talking about coaching staff as a whole, not just saying like the best coach and this and that, because you could make arguments for a lot of coaches being the best coach. But I think that being the best coaching staff is not just because they're winning chips, not winning chips. It's about the fact that the 49ers had a string of 5 years where they literally had the injury bugs, but still were competitive, still on the brink of making the playoffs and making the playoffs. They were in the playoffs with literally no emergency quarterback. They had so many injuries that they created an emergency quarterback the next year because of that situation with their quarterbacks all going down. And they discovered Brock Purdy because of that. So I think that's because of how good this coaching staff is. So with what they did in the draft and how they retooled, I think they definitely have to be at least in the top 10. So I'm going to put them at 10 because we got to still see what they're going to do. So 49ers at 10.
Okay. I'm going to go for my number 10. I'm going to go to Chicago Bears. I think the Bears are going to be a formidable team. I don't think they're going to make a deep playoff push, but I like the way Caleb Williams is rocking out there. I like the swag he brought to Chicago. You know, that the Rex Grossman era and all that shit over Chicago has just been terrible. I think the Bears are going to start beginning to turn around as a franchise. He's going to be their franchise quarterback for at least the next 6 or 7 years. And I like them at the number 10 spot. Moving on to number 9. Who do you have at your number 9 spot?
Number 9, I'm gonna put the Bears.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna put the Bears, and the reason why is because what the Bears did last season was they weren't really expected to be such a high, like a highly favored team as far as like winning into the games. But what they did last year was they had so many games where the game was out of reach, and Caleb Williams was playing out of his mind in the highest pressure moments possible, like making plays out of nothing. And they had so many game-winning plays that happened in the course of last season. And because of that, that's the nucleus for showing that this team has a lot of drive and effort. and you see that means that team is bonding, that's only going to get stronger because they overachieved last year. They got further than expected, and now you can build on that. And I think that with that that's like a launching pad for them
That
to be better.
nucleus.
So I think that they're definitely going to be a playoff contending team. And will they make the Super Bowl? That we can't really start talking about that till we get to like week 5, week 6, see who's who of the league. But I think that where they left off last year, they're only going to get better from there. And also, we're going to see some improvement because that's when coaching staff start to retool and say, "Hey, what's the stuff that worked? What's the stuff that didn't?"
Yeah.
So I expect the Bears to make noise this season. So number 9 for the Bears.
Okay. My number 9, I'm gonna take the Chargers. I think they've done a lot to mold around JH Justin Herbert. They got some fresh new running back talent in there. They beefed up their wide receiver room a little bit. Khalil Mack is back on the defensive side of the ball. And I just like the Chargers. They are the second team in LA. They're the stepchildren of LA. But I like the I like the way they were forming their heartbeat. They did lose their head coach, of course, to the Baltimore Ravens.
Their defensive coordinator.
The defensive coordinator to the Baltimore Ravens. So that's going to be a change of pace for their defense. But I think with Khalil Mack there, he'll be able to take on that leadership role and give the young cats direction. So for number 9, I'm just going to take the Chargers.
Yo, that's awesome.
What you got at number 8, Ed?
Yo, it's crazy how you're literally mirroring my choice. Number 8, I got the Los Angeles Chargers. Yo.
Come on, cuz. Stop.
Yo, that's crazy how it's not coffee because I got them higher than you got them. You've got the Bears at 10.
That's true.
I got it's crazy. As soon as you said the Chargers, like, what the hell? It's like, all right.
What the hell are y'all?
Chargers, like, Los Angeles Chargers, because one, the huge reason is they had a nucleus, they had a foundation of talent on that team, and with them snatching some of the Ravens players like Charlie Kohler, Keaton Mitchell got added. Their running back room got better because they drafted a great running back rookie that's in there. So now the running back room looks better. They've already showed that they want to be a run first, play action type team. Jim Harbaugh. I have a lot of respect for him as a coach, because he's that coach that went to 49ers the first time he was NFL head coach, and everyone called Alex Smith a bust, and he took Alex Smith to the Super Bowl, even though he required Colin Kaepernick to finish it off. But look where he got Alex Smith, because then he revitalized his career. And Alex Smith went to the Chiefs, started playing good, and opened the door for Patrick Mahomes, then went to the Washington. Had he not broke his leg, who knows how his career ended. The point of the matter is Jim Harbaugh changed the face of the 49ers from a 5-11 team to a playoff contending team that went to the Super Bowl team. He goes to the Chargers and literally changes that, but he's starting with a quarterback that has a big arm. He was a quarterback himself who also played for the Ravens at one point in his career. But he went now with with him starting to shape the team, they got this tight end, Arondé Gadsden, that's really freaking talented. He's a wide receiver that converted into a tight end. And I like what they did in the draft as well, to sew up their offensive line, to get even better at the offensive line. I think the Chargers are only going up, and that's going to be the strongest division in AFC right now, by the way, is the AFC West.
Yeah.
So I got another team in the AFC. I got two teams, I got another team in the AFC West in this top 10 as well. So Chargers at number 8.
Okay. Number 8, I'm going something a wild card here, staying in the AFC West. Y'all probably ain't see this coming. The Raiders. I take the Raiders at number 8. Only because I've been watching a lot of Fernando whatever the fuck his name is, the quarterback coming out of Indiana, and the boy seemed like he don't play around. I feel like in the desert, right there in Las Vegas, a big problem with their consistency. They've been there for 2 or 3 years now. A big problem with their and they've been shit before that too. But a big problem with their consistency is the environment. I feel like he's going to set that tone. Of course, TB12 has his hand in the ownership, and I feel like this is the year they're going to turn it around. They got a lot of good weapons out there. They got a lot of tight ends. They got Ashton Gentry out there cracking the ball at running back. They got a solid quarterback now. The defense is okay. Geno is out of there, so they should be okay at quarterback now.
Stop coming after Geno.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Geno. You asked. The Jets is not on this list, brother. I'm going to put the Raiders at number 8. Number 7. Mr. Ed, what you got?
All right. Before I go to number 7, I just can I piggyback off your number 8, because I don't got the Raiders at number 8, but I do want to just mention you didn't mention about the coaching staff. Clint Kubiak is coming off the Shanahan tree, and there's already historical. You have a coach that came off the same tree, and coaches from that tree usually are successful. They have high acumen and offense, and you put them with a quarterback like Fernando Vargas. Is it Fernando Vargas?
Fernando Mendoza.
Fernando Vargas. That's a boxer. He's a boxer. I mean,
that's not me, man.
Fernando, it's not me, man. It's Fernando Mendoza. And also they got Brock Bowers at tight end, Gianti, and they went in on wide receiver.
Hey man, if you ain't gonna put them on your list, nigga, go ahead to number 7, yo. Don't be gassing them up off of honorable
number 7.
Now.
I'm gonna. They're not number 7. Number 7, I wrote down my list over here. Number 7, I'm gonna put the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills at number 7. The most people probably think they should be higher, but it's just that
I like that.
The reason why the Buffalo Bills to me are like is because Josh Allen magic can only do so much, and I think that the Buffalo Bills needs to start to build around Josh Allen's physicality that he has of his stature of physicality, and they have receivers that play smaller than they are, and I think Josh Allen requires some physical type receivers that are going to play to his level of physicality, and also we need to also see the running backs, because I like the running back they got now, but they need a bruiser back that's going like bully. Type like let's say if Derrick Henry was on the Bills,
James Cook is good.
No, James Cook is good, but he's not like a bully running back.
Yeah, he like a scat back.
So they need to get his, a running back that's going to complement that and do that. And if they just got to get bigger, it feels like they're just not as a physical team as they should be, and that's the reason why Josh Allen keeps falling short, because he has to put his body on the line. So, but like I said, the Bills are always going to be in it, and top 10 is basically teams that anybody in this top 10 list is going to be in playoffs. So they're going to have their hat in the thing. So I got number 7, the Bills, just because I feel like they're still not doing what they should be to getting Josh Allen to the next level.
Okay, I can dig it. At number 7, I got who that think they're gonna psych, nigga? I'm not picking no Saints. I got the Cowboys at number 7. I think the Cowboys, with Dak Prescott entering his maturation of a quarterback, he is who he is at this point. He's separated from who was out there in Dallas that they was having a little bit of beef in the receiver position. I can't remember who it was, but
was it Pickens?
No, Pickens there now, CD's there now, and I think that's what's going to be his ride or die.
That's a great wide receiver.
Great wide receiver room.
I think that they didn't fully mature how that's going to be, and I think that
now
this offseason, that's not a bad choice.
Now it's lit. So they got a solid O-line, not like the O-line Cowboys had in the past. And the secondary is a little bit shaky, but I think with the offensive weapons they'll have, they'll be able to survive in some shootout type shit. So I got the Cowboys at number 7. Moving on to number 6. Who do you got at number 6, Ed?
Number 6, I got the the Philadelphia Eagles.
Them Eagles fly, Eagles fly.
I got the Eagles because although there's question marks with the locker room as far as all the locker room drama that happened last year, and to me, all they have to do is clean that up. They clean up that, because the reason why, remember I told you they were going to lose because of that. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason why I will doubt them, because I like their coach. Their coach is a very solid offensive mind, and he really knows how to utilize the roster to create plays and create space for his players to make plays. And they got Saquon Barkley. I still think he's got another year. Saquon, you always want
it's Saquon, but I'm always call him Saquon.
Saquon is you keep doing that to me every time. He's still got a couple years left, and I think that they still have the formula and the nucleus to still be a contending team. So I got them at number 6.
Okay, I like that. I'm gonna keep it in the NFC with my number 6. I'm taking the Green Bay Packers at number 6. Jordan Love is stepping up. They got Marquise Golden. They drafted him last year in the first round. They got a bunch of wide receivers, talented. That Green Bay DNA is just, I feel like they always going to be in contention to make play, to make a deep push. Some injuries hindered them last year. And honestly, I think they lost their spirit in the playoffs and just fell off. But I think this year they have a renewed spark. And I think they might be able to make a stab at the NFC Championship. So I'm taking the Packers at number 6. Now we are in the upper tier, the top 5 dead or alive. Mr. Ed, I'll let you go first. Who you taking at number 5?
Number 5, I got the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, that's kind of early.
I'm not gonna. You'll see with the teams that's above this.
Okay.
The Baltimore Ravens, and a lot of the reason why I'm not gonna put them higher, and honestly, it's too high. Well, some people will say it's too high because there's so many unknowns.
Okay.
But the unknowns is also part of the reason why they're at number 5, because that's kind of like middle of the pack right now, because we don't know what they're gonna be because their whole entire coaching staff is new. But they got Jesse Minter, who is under the same tree of the current Super Bowl winning head coach of Mike McDonald. He worked behind Mike McDonald and took his place when Mike McDonald went back to the Ravens to be a defensive coordinator. It was Jesse Minter who was working with Jim Harbaugh as his defensive coordinator in Michigan, and he turned that up that defense by 4 notches. Then when he followed Harbaugh to the Chargers, he took that 23rd ranked defense and made them a 8th ranked defense over one course of a season. They were like in the top 6 by the time they end last year. So he immediately is going to change. One of the weaknesses that the Ravens had the past 2 years was they had an inexperienced coordinator that wasn't ready. I like Zachary Orr, but I think he was chosen to be in that job 2 years too early. Yeah. And I hope that didn't stunt his growth, but he was there 2 years too early and he just wasn't ready. And that hurt us. And I also like the coaching staff that he brought. He brought a young minded coach in Doyle, and he's basically the same age as Roquan Smith. But he's the same age as Roquan Smith. But hey, man, this dude's been working under some of the brilliant minds in football, and he just came from the Chicago Bears. He was part of the game planning process for the Bears last year. You know that Bears we were just talking about that kept getting magical in the offense. He brought that offense over here to add to Lamar Jackson. I think that's going to be impressive. I like what the Ravens did in the draft. They got 2 big receivers with large wingspans. He was worried there. Jacoby Lane and Surratt. Surratt played with Fernando Mendoza. So I like that they got big at wide receiver. Now they have some red zone targets. And the tight ends that they got are very versatile tight ends that are blockers that also can catch as well. So they did really good in the draft. And I like defensively, they got stronger defense as well. And they got the best lineman in the draft in Vega Ione. I think that there's so much to like with the Ravens retooling that. And then with the new coaching staff, the unknowns, no one has any film on what this Ravens is going to be. And I think that's going to play to Lamar's hands because now everyone's going to think they know what they're going to do, but there's going to be a lot of new tricks coming out from that team. And it's going to be tough for people to understand what the Ravens are bringing. And for that reason, you still got Lamar Jackson on the team. So, they potent. So now you got Lamar Jackson with an unknown offense. And I think that's why I got him at number 5.
I like that. I like that pick. I like that placement. My number 5 is going to be Patty Cakes and the boys. I think the Chiefs bounced back this year. They had a very, very bad year last year. They worked on getting him some backup at receiver. They worked on his offensive line. That defense was still solid, although they did trade away their top 2 corners to a different team. I think if Patrick Mahomes is running and gunning and he's good from that ACL surgery, whatever the fuck happened to his legs, I think he should be okay. So I put the Chiefs at number 5. Moving on to number 4, what you got, Ed?
Number 4, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs for all the reasons you mentioned, and also they doubled down on receivers, and they also got the Super Bowl winning running back from the Seattle Seahawks, and threw him in the mix with that team. And I really like. And listen, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes is just a match made in heaven when it comes to coaching quarterback. So they had a down year. but like, hey, we just saw that they're human. You know what I mean? They didn't have the right pieces in there. Wide receiver was a little bit shaky, and they went and got the fastest receiver in the draft. Again, they got more speed. They're trying to replace Tyreek Hill, really, but they got Xavier Worthy. They got 2 speedsters now on that thing, and it's gonna be like
They
Dolphins.
still got Juju?
Yeah, I think
Juju?
so. I'm
Okay.
not sure if he's gone or not, but they have a nice variety of wide receivers there. And with the running back that they got there, that he can really I think they're gonna shift into getting more carries and hitting more of the run game. That's gonna allow Patrick Mahomes to really play around at the line of scrimmage and do audibles out of excuse me. So I think Kansas City Chiefs are gonna bounce back. Just like you said, they needed that down year to humble them.
Back to reality.
But they're also got an uphill battle because
that's a tough division.
All
right. So, say less. So let me put that down. You had Chiefs at 4. My number 4, we flip-flop. My number 4, I got the Ravens. I just believe that with Lamar, he's still the most electric player in the game. It's very, very hard to simulate Lamar Jackson Monday through Thursday in practice. And for that reason, I think he's just going to be able to bail them out of tight situations. I can't tell you, I don't like the Ravens. I'm a Lamar Jackson fan, but I don't like the Ravens. I really felt like Roquan fell off a cliff. But you got Calais back, which is a big leadership thing. And Lamar can will them almost out of any situation, I feel like, with his legs and his arm, despite the notion that he's a running back that throws the ball sometimes.
A better offensive line, too.
A better offensive line, a new coaching staff who I think will be more accommodating to him. I heard whispers that Harbaugh was actually sabotaging the Ravens in some senses. So having a fresh start, and it looks like Mentor is coming in with a no-nonsense approach. So I'm just optimistic for Lamar, not the Ravens, and I think they'll be able to make a playoff push for sure. Number 3, who you got, Ed?
Number 3, I got the Houston Texans.
Okay.
The Houston Texans, to me, is because, man, this team got even stronger defense in the draft. They also went offensive line. They also got more receivers. Everything about what they did in the draft was to add and improve on some of their deficiencies and add on to what they already have strong, which is that defense is crazy. And they added to that defense. And I just like their head coach and D'Amico Ryans. I just think he's a very motivational type coach, and the players really respond to him. And I think that, they got CJ Stroud, and he had a terrible offensive line. I think with them just improving that is huge. And then them retooling the wide receiver room, and also their defense is what kept them in a lot of games. Like, they made a surge. They started off the season terribly and then made a surge and became a strong force in the AFC. And I think that they're just like the Bears in that sense, is that they ended the season strong and showing a lot of promise. And I think they're going to build on that, and that puts them in a contention. And I'm kind of sad because I wanted to put the Broncos in here, so I forgot them, but I can't put them in the next 2. I already got the next 2 sewed up.
Yeah, I don't have the Broncos on mine either. For number 3, I have the Texans as well. The defense is insane. Everything you just said, I won't belabor the point too much, but the only question I have is CJ Stroud. It seems like his confidence was shaken heavily last year. And even as they made a push towards the back end of the season, it was the defense that carried him. Petrie, Will Anderson, all those boys were just dominant. Overly dominant.
Nico, all he had was Nico Collins, and once teams started keying in on Nico, it was like, what the fuck else?
What can you do? Yeah, so they beefed up the offense a little bit more to give them.
And
some
I have high respect for Nico Collins. You already know.
Yeah, Tank Dell keep getting shot and shit, so it's like it's tough. Stop going to the gas stations in Houston, nigga. It's a bad look. So yeah, I got the Texans at number 3. I won't beat the dead horse too much. You already pretty much covered all the pertinent points there. At number 2, what you got, Ed?
The Rams. Your Rams. I already know you got them at number 1, so I ain't gonna fuck around and ask you. The Rams are number 2, and the Rams are number 2 for the same reason, is that they're really on the cusp. And I think that there's another team that had a pretty strong draft. I know you're feeling some kind of way about them drafting a quarterback and all that, but I think it's a perfect timing to draft that quarterback because we know that this probably might be the last
It
dance
is. Daddy.
for Matthew Stafford. And that's a perfect opportunity to bring the quarterback of the future in there. And I think that he has all the tools. And let's face it, with your coach, is like you give him a quarterback to sit for a year, he's going to learn.
Yeah.
And they really set their future up really good. And I think that they have the opportunity to really make a push this year. I think they just fell short, but this team is potent and they improved. They improved in the draft, and I like some of the plays they made in the draft from a defensive standpoint as well as offense. So they had a pretty balanced draft. I didn't think they were going to take a quarterback, but I like the pick. But the Rams, I mean, you can't count your coach out. He's probably like another reason like why I put 49ers in 10th, why the Rams are always in contention, because you guys have an excellent coaching staff that knows how to utilize their roster. And let me stop complimenting them because you be eating that shit up. So the Rams are number 2. Go ahead.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you. Hold on, let me get you with that. It was very nice. You should have played the piano while you said that. I'm gonna take at number 2, I'm gonna take the Detroit Lions. A strong, gritty team. They really made every hole that I had about the Lions. Pause. I feel like they filled up. Their safety position, they locked up. Their right tackle, they locked up. A replacement to David Montgomery, they locked up. Either through the draft, they're grabbing some free agents. That coach that they got over there, Dan Campbell, is like one of the boys. And when you hear him speak, it's like that's our dad talking, and we're gonna listen, and we're gonna go walk in front of a 75 attached car train in front of if he tell us to. I just think they lost their way a little bit confidence wise midway through the season. But I'm Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamar Gibbs, Jamison Williams, Jared Goff, a former Ram who's a bitch ass nigga.
Jameer Gibbs.
What I call him?
Jamar,
nigga from the South. It could be both. He they have the offensive weapons to compete with anybody, and the defense is official. It's official tissue on defense. So that's why I took the Lions at number 2. Who you got as all right? So Ed, we at the number 1 spot, and I'm coming for the number 1 spot.
Honorable mention to the Lions.
Hold on, no, we got honorable mention. We got honorable mention at the end. So say,
okay, gotcha. Mention. Okay. All right, number 1.
Hold on. Matter of fact, let's do our honorable mention first. So that number 1 is the big reveal. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Your honorable mention.
Because honorable mentions is the Denver Broncos and the Lions, and I wish that I somehow fit them in here, but it's tough. It's tough to make this top 10 list because like I could think about this and multiple times I swap teams out, but we're in the moment and I gotta stay in the moment. And the top 10 popped in my head when you started mentioning it in the thing. I already was saying the top 10 and I wrote them down. And once I wrote them down, I was like, I gotta stay with the list. So I was sitting there. I wanted to swap out the Eagles and put the Broncos in, but I can't take the Eagles out. So it is what it is. The Eagles are where they're at. But honorable mention to the Broncos because they also have a very potent defense, and I like what they're doing on offense. And then the Lions, everything you said, D'Amico Ryans and then what's the coach and Ben Campbell? Is it Dan Campbell? Dan Campbell, D'Amico Ryans are 2 of my favorite coaches because they're former players.
D'Amico Ryans the coach for the Texans?
Yes. I'm correlating. Remember how I said D'Amico Ryans and the Texans? I'm correlating that both of these
Lions. Oh, go ahead, my fault.
Yeah. But I'm correlating why I like Dan Campbell and D'Amico Ryans. I'm correlating for the same reason. They're former players that became coaches, and they really pull the drive from their players. Like the players play strong for them because one, they've been there with them. They've been there before, and the players feel that sense. Like, yeah, he's been where I've been, and he knows what it takes to be at a high level and that type of drive. And then they had that type of way to like really like envelop the team with like motivation. And Dan Campbell's that, man. He makes those players love to come to freaking practice. He makes those players love to play hard, to come to practice, play hard. Come on, man. There's no way I can say that without saying it weird.
Play hard.
But that's the Lions, I think they're always going to be in contention just because their roster. They keep their roster pretty solid, and just like you said, they fixed a lot of the deficiencies through free agency and the draft. And I think now the part that we all know they already have is the drive, and Dan's always going to have them ready to play.
Mhm.
So they're just going to be better. And so wish they could have made it in my list, but I just didn't.
Honorable mention. Okay. My honorable mention is the Minnesota Vikings. They got Kyler Murray out there now, Justin Jefferson. The defense is pretty solid. I don't think they're top 10 playoff push team, but it's gonna be crazy to see Kyler and Justin Jefferson. A big thing Justin Jefferson would benefit from is a quarterback who can scramble around in the pocket and buy some time. And I think Kyler
So
Murray
you think he's gonna win the starting position
against who? JJ McCarthy? Get the fuck out of here, man. Absolutely. It's Kyler City, bitch.
Yeah.
It's KM City.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy stay in the hospital. He stay in the hospital like a
This
junkie
dude
without a
can't
place
stay
to
healthy,
stay.
can he?
Yeah, he's trash. They whiffed on that pick, and it's gonna come to light in the next couple years. That Michigan championship they won was because of the running game. It wasn't because of his passing ability. He made it to the league. He won a national championship, but it was on the Negroes that ran the ball for him. It wasn't because of him. He essentially made it off slavery. So I won't get too deep into it, but yeah, they have a great defense, defensive line, middle linebackers, a lot of white guys at middle linebackers. So you know how I feel about that, except for the next team I'm gonna talk about with a white middle linebacker. The boy been cooking. But yeah, my honorable mention is the Minnesota Vikings. So here we go. What you got for number one, Ed?
Number one, the Seattle Seahawks are the number one team. I know you ain't going like that one. They're Super Bowl. They're the Super Bowl defending champions, and I think Mike McDonald, man, listen. It's about the coaching staff and utilization of that, and utilization of the team, not the team with the roster. I can't even say because I'm full of shit. I guess.
Don't believe
what the
this.
fuck I'm talking about. But I gotta have respect for that because their defense, they have a nice depth across that defense that's really strong, and you got a very defensive minded head coach that really knows how to put together a defensive game plan. And then they replaced the running back that they lost in the draft, who I also picked up in my fantasy, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I just like everything that's going on. Sam Darnold is a hell of a story, man. He went from everyone saw that he was the most pro-ready quarterback coming out of that draft class to he sees ghosts out there to now he's the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl champion out of that draft class and says, "How do you like that?" Except he's not freaking. Yeah, except he's not Kirk Cousins, but how do you like that? I just like the whole story behind of how the Vikings fucking whiffed on Sam Darnold. They should have not got rid of him. You should always stay like, okay, you got this good quarterback who just sat because of injury, and you get rid of the quarterback that got you to the playoffs on some crazy shit, and you're just gonna give him away.
Stupidity.
He replaced Geno Smith.
And
they instantly won a Super Bowl. That I feel bad. I'm sorry, Gino. Like, you know, I was defending you, but you was in that same. That was literally the same roster. Only thing they changed the following year was you,
Cooper Kupp. Yeah, you
and Cooper Kupp.
That's it. And Cooper wasn't putting up numbers like that, so it was you. It was you, Gino. You're the problem.
It was Gino, man. Gino,
Ricky.
Yeah. And he went back to the Jets. Talk about full circle.
He's done.
It's a circle.
Square.
But Seattle, because one, the coaching staff, and I wish Mike McDonald would have took the head coaching job for the Ravens, but it was just the timing of it all. And I wholeheartedly believe that if he would have stayed one more year in Baltimore, that next year when we had that hell of a season, we probably would have won because we needed defense and we didn't have it.
He's a defensive-minded coach, so
this dude's a beast at defense. And now we got Minter, the guy that learned from him. Come on.
So you chasing ghosts, so
we chasing ghosts. It's gonna go to stay away. Who's your number one team? I know who it is. That's why you mad I picked the Seahawks.
I don't think this is biased, boys. I think this is straight crack. The Los
You
Angeles
didn't
Rams.
even put the Seahawks in the top 10. You
No,
wilding
I
for
ain't
that.
put them in the top 10. The honorable mention. Fuck them.
You didn't put
Or the
nobody from
Eagles.
your division in your top 10. The 49ers, not the Seahawks.
I ain't put the Eagles up there either, because I don't fuck with the Eagles. So. I'm taking the Los Angeles Rams, bro. We are absolutely loaded this year. I think we're gonna make a midseason trade for Max Crosby as well to fortify our defense. From top to bottom, we locked in. We brought Trent McDuff. We brought the top two corners in from the Chiefs, who anchored that back end. That was the only shining spot on the Chiefs defense was that secondary, the corners position. Our linebacker position is like I would mention in the previous pick. We got the first white linebacker that's absolutely cooking since Brian Urlacher, Nate Landman, the white Nigerian. He's a white man from Nigeria. He's cooking. He's from Elon Musk neighborhood. We getting it popping. Our defensive line is out of this world. Jared Verse, the big horse.
He's colonizing tackles.
He colonizing the middle of the field. I go here, nigga. I eat the middle, nigga. That's what he said. He white. He say the N-word and they let it fly, nigga. He be in the middle
Because he's it's okay because I'm African.
Yeah, I'm African, nigga. He be getting it popping. We got Byron Young on the D line. Shit, I'm forgetting the white boy name.
Shit, Byron Young. I forgot. Yeah, Byron Young.
Jace, what's the white boy on our defensive line name?
Don't forget about Verse
from Florida State. Goon. No. The boy that came from Florida State with Jared Verse. Forgive me for getting your name, bro. I see your face right now. And on the offensive side, we got the young boy out of Miami, the receiver. We took him in the 3rd round. He's a monster. He already be training with AB. He don't have a concussion yet, so he gonna be lit. We got Puka fresh out of rehab. We got Devontae Adams. It's up. The offensive line is stronger than ever. And we got Statty running the rock. Also, throwing the rock. Our backfield, Blake Corum and Kyron Williams, is, in my opinion, top 2 duos in the NFL as far as a running back. And of course, we got the conductor, the orchestrator, Sean McVay, running the show. So it's no party like a SoFi party.
That Shanahan tree, man. I'm telling you.
It's no party like a SoFi party.
It has been producing fruit, yo. You see how many coaches from the Shanahan tree are out there just improving freaking teams? It's crazy.
So let me see.
Remember McVay when he first got the head coaching job, he was the youngest head coach to be hired. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's too young," and this and that. My man went in there and just blazed the trail, yo. Now everybody's hiring young coaches.
I can't forget.
That's what your coach did, Joe. He normalized hiring young coaches.
Yeah. He made it popping. I mean, that's the blood of the season. I mean, that's the blood. You need new blood coming in. So
yeah,
Brandon Fisk, Kobe Turner as well on our D-line.
Is he fucking Kingpin's fucking son?
You seen him? You know what I'm talking about. That's how now I know you know what I'm talking about. Brandon Fisk. He's a little white Guido dude from the Jersey Shore, but he get it popping.
Yeah.
So
so Fisk is Kingpin's last name, bro.
Oh, my fault. I meant to remove this and remove G. My bad.
Damn, you took me out.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna throw some fist slander up. I had to get you up out of there. So guys, if that was good, man. I like that little segment, man. We got to talk about the league a little bit. It's been dry without football. So guys, if you made it to this part of the show, drop your top 10 in there. The NFL, do you agree with me and Ed? Do you think we're freaking idiots? Is there somebody we missed? Do you have a difference of opinion on why we picked the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 through 10? Or just drop your top 10 in there. We'll comment on it. If you drop your top 10, we'll tell you your shit is trash. I promise you that. So drop that in the comments. Exactly. We'll let you know about yourself. All right, and we ran the coast to coast, baby, and we even took one topic out.
Hell yeah.
We'd have ran a 2.5 if we left that last topic, and we'll cover that next week.
Oh yeah, we could have got to 240.
Easy. So in closing, anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good night.
What was his name? Russell.
I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
Russell Simmons. I'm about to go take a shower, boy. My feet stink, yo. I've been having to stand feet firm on the ground. But guys, we appreciate you. We appreciate you coming to kick it with us tonight. It means the world to us that you have joined us, despite my little slip a couple weeks ago. This is our show. We do a big. I killed a mosquito. This motherfucker just now. If you heard me slap the wall, it means the world for you to join us. Without you watching us, we ain't shit. So we definitely appreciate you guys. Make sure you engage with us. Give us your thoughts. If it's something you would like us to talk about in a future episode, we would love to talk about it. So drop it in the comments. We are almost on the precipice of 100 subscribers. So we are one away. So if you're watching this and you're not subbed up, please do so. Me and Ed greatly appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. And thank you for your attention. But at the end of the day, it's fuck you, because it's the Too Late We Said It podcast. We will see you this time next week, Saturday night. If you're about to go out, if you're watching this at 8 and you about to go out, you better hurry up, because there's going to be nothing but tortas left. So you better hurry up and get out immediately.
Immediately.
You're going to be picking from the bottom 10 out this match. From me and Ed, we hope y'all have a great night. Hit it with me, Ed. 1, 2, 3.
Peace.